0.5% in the winters up there where you guys in Wisconsin. We come out with it once a year. We make a certain amount, and then when it's done, it's done. We've already got it shipped up to you guys, so we're waiting to get it out to the market as soon as we can, and it's a great beer to celebrate the Mardi Gras season.
Get stocked up now with the Abita Mardi Gras Bock. Find all of Abita's beers at your local retailer today, and as Ben always says, keep that fridge stocked.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nice run. It's great being back out on the mountain. You sort of disappeared for a while. Everything okay? Between you and me, it was lower testosterone. Lower T? Yeah. The doc told me once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone, and that can make it harder to stay in shape. That's why I started taking Nugenix Total T. It's made a huge difference. Oh, I've seen that on TV. Is it for real? For sure. It's the #1 doctor-recommended testosterone booster. It boosts free and total testosterone levels to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. My wife, my boss, my kids, everyone has noticed a change in me. Do they still give out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves? Yes, just send them a text.
Guys, text HATCH to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC and Walmart. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. Text HATCH to 321321. That's HATCH to 321321.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie. Zimbrick Chevrolet.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin. Brad and I decided that we didn't want Ben around anymore, so we gave him the boot. He went out to go, because we're here live from the Rockin' Brews at Potawatomi. Ben went to go play some bets.
What's going on in front of your screen?
What bets
high-tech security out here, man.
What bets?
I just had to take a tinkle, that's all.
You had to take a tinkle.
I told you I'm going to hold my bets until 4:58 once we're on the air. Or once we're off the air going to the Homer hour, before Homer says a word, I will have my money in a machine.
Okay, you got Jim and Jim and
No eating. No, there is no eating on the air.
Kyle legitimately.
No. I will. Let me just. No, we can't hear you. And nobody.
What's happening?
You can have the fry. I have to take his food away. He's like a child.
Because Rockin' was so good. It was so good.
It was really good. I got this
live from Rockin' Brews. It is Kyle Bruston Nortman joining us now. Before they take over on 100.5 ESPN Madison is Rutledge and Hamilton, not and or Hamilton. It is Rutledge and Strofe for Rutledge and Hamilton. What up, boys?
What's up, guys? What the hell just happened there?
It's high-tech security at Rockin' Brews, which I totally understand.
So the commercial break is 4 minutes plus. It took you over 4 minutes to take a pee?
So you have to be let out, like even with where we're on stage.
We're on stage, and there's like security.
You have to make excuses for him. He should have hurried
up.
Thank
you. I mean, Brad's just too genuine.
I would have peed in a bottle. That's how committed I am.
You don't want.
You've been there.
I've done that before.
I have peed in many bottles in my life, but I don't think Potawatomi Casino Hotel is the place. Do you boys like watching big games with people around, or you like to isolate yourself? Favorite team or a big moment? What do you guys prefer?
For something like the Super Bowl, I'm fine with like a good crowd, and as long as people know to leave me alone.
But what if the Bears were playing?
No, do not be near me.
What a joke.
Well, look, man, it's not. They're a little bit further out than the last time the Packers were in the Super Bowl. So like, let's just get off the high horse. But I would say this. That, I mean, again, you talk like the Packers like they're the Patriots, or like they're the Chiefs, or like they're the Giants, or other teams.
They're a lot better than the Bears.
That is true, but it doesn't.
There's a lot more big games. There's a lot more playoff games.
But again, tearing the Bears down doesn't make the Packers more relevant when it comes to Super Bowls. It's bad.
I was genuinely asking what you would do if
is 10 years old and she has no idea the Packers in her lifetime have ever been to the Super Bowl. That is a whole ass person that lives in existence that's been around since the last time the Packers been to the Super Bowl. So stop.
Yeah, I don't know. They're mush brain for a little bit.
The Patriots.
Jeez, what was the term?
I don't want to come at your daughter.
Whole ass person.
That's what he called his daughter.
That is what he called his daughter.
She's she's aware. She has she was at orchestra concert yesterday. Like she's living her life, and she has never seen the Packers in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl.
Has she seen the Bears in the playoffs?
Yes.
Just once?
They won the division. That'd probably be the time she remember. You don't remember like when you're 3 or 4.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen.
They won the division when?
2017 with Trubisky? 2018?
2018.
What was the record?
13 wins and 3, and then Cody Parkey dinged it.
Doink.
It.
That was the day that I got my dog. I will always remember that. Double Doink Day.
Were
was
you
the
a Bears
day I got
fan
Bruce
then,
the dog.
or?
No. So that's the thing. No, I literally didn't. I left and got my dog during that game, and doink doink, and it was like, oh, this is exactly why I don't care about the Bears.
If the Bears were in a big game, or the Packers for you, Strofe, do you prefer watching it by yourself? Do you need to be isolated to kind of protect yourself or not hear all the opinions? Or do you like hearing it or like watching it in a small group? Or if they're in a big game, how do you prefer to watch it?
The Packers, it varies because it depends how confident I am. If I'm confident they're going to win, like I was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a couple years ago in the NFC Championship, RIP, I threw a party. I had a bunch of people over that day.
Dude, you're an emotional roller coaster. I don't think I could watch any game with you ever again.
That's understandable. I think Kyle feels the same way. And, I've actually watched games with all three of you this year. I think Brad and I had a great experience because we watched them smoke the Vikings on New Year's Eve. So I'm a great guy.
That was a lovely experience.
I'll be out and about campaigning to become the next president of the Green Bay Packers on Sunday up in Green Bay.
Good luck with that.
Can you guys both agree
that'd
that
be a terrible move?
That,
hey, Kyle, watch your mouth.
That'd be terrible. Actually, Mark Murphy's a lot better than what you'll ever be.
I'm a hell of a lot more media trained than Mark Murphy ever was.
I like the media training. He just says what he wants.
I was going to say, I paused too, Jim. Kyle Bruston-Nortman, I would actually say he doesn't need media training. He still is just as interesting as Strofe. Am I right?
Yeah. Just a couple of goofballs.
How many headlines? How many national headlines you making here?
Wait until I'm the president of the Packers for 45 years.
You do WIAA state broadcast. So does Mark Murphy.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And you're right. You know what? Murphy doesn't have a WBA. So
yeah, damn straight.
Yeah,
damn straight.
Rutledge and Hamilton, a.k.a. Rutledge and Strofe, taking over Madison on 100.5 ESPN from 4 to 6. We'll take you till 5 o'clock here at Rock and Brews. Can you guys confirm that people who complain about Taylor Swift are just losers now?
Yeah. I don't understand it. It's less than a minute per game that she's showing. You know what they used to do? They used to cut to Donna Kelsey when Travis Kelsey made a big play. Now they cut to Taylor Swift. This is sports.
Give me Donna.
Give
me Donna.
Look, man, I don't know why
like
you're in your feelings about it. Who cares who they cut to?
Taylor
Swift's
so
not
good
doing
for the
anything.
game.
No, can I just say this? I just say this? I'm fine with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Just hear me out. Today, we should be focusing on football, and we should be focusing on the halftime show. And they're playing Taylor Swift as bump back music when we're supposed to be playing Usher. It's disrespect to Usher and his great catalog.
White people!
Usher should be thankful.
White
Taylor
people!
Swift.
This ain't white or black. Everybody loves Usher.
And everyone loves Taylor.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes,
Everybody
it
does
is.
not love Taylor.
I mean, literally.
White people.
If I played Taylor Swift at a party on 45th and Burleigh, they would say,
They'd be bumping.
Kyle,
They'd
if
be
you play
bumping.
Usher at a party in college here in Madison, he hasn't had a relevant song in a decade. Nobody's going to know who he is.
I'll play,
Rutledge and Hamilton
You
up
proved
next
my
in
point.
Madison.
You play
We're on
Shake It Off,
YouTube at
everyone knows
ESPN
it.
Milwaukee. Back in 2 minutes. Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
What?
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sport called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. This is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Hanson & Sons. 71 years as Madison's #1 chimney and fireplace specialist means never before offered discounts. Act now to save 7.1%. Go to hansonandsons.com for more information. Milwaukee and Bucks back at it tonight, taking on the Charlotte Hornets in Pfizer Forum. That's after they got blown out by the Timberwolves last night, 129-105. No Dame, no Chris for the Bucks last night. And they also didn't have a new team acquisition, Pat Bev, point guard they traded for from the 76ers ahead of yesterday's NBA trade deadline. Bucks looking to regroup after losing 5 of their last 6 games. Game tips off tonight from Pfizer Forum at 7 p.m., so pregame coverage starts at 6:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN. Badger basketball also looking to regroup as they've lost 3 in a row, including a 72-68 loss to lowly Michigan on Wednesday night. Badgers are still 3rd in the Big Ten, but they'll look to get another win when they take on Rutgers on the road in Piscataway tomorrow, tip-off at 11 a.m. Stay tuned for Rutledge and Strofe starting right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got the chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge.
There is not a lot of things more satisfying than...
I'm sick of hearing the Bear fan take on this. Sick of hearing your take on it. You're horrible at it. You and my drive time home. I'm sorry.
Well, James, I'm sorry we share the same name. I'm sorry I've ruined your night and your drive home.
Thank you.
But thank you for listening.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Here's Jim Rutledge.
No idea. Irrelevant.
You know who's not irrelevant? Taylor Swift.
What?
I think I saw somewhere that Roger Goodell is expecting between 200 and 300 million people watching the Super Bowl, which is an actual dramatic increase over prior years. Obviously, the Chiefs, the 49ers, those are big names.
Big
Patrick
markets,
Mahomes is the Michael Jordan of the NFL in many ways, many ways. But he is a star. He is a media darling.
Yes.
I think it's just everything that you maybe wanted out of a star in the NFL you haven't had in a while. Like he's even like Tom Brady, but even Tom Brady wasn't this sort of affable and fun and like Patrick Mahomes is answering questions about his dad bod, about other teams, about anything going on around the sport, about Travis Kelce, about Taylor Swift. So you have these, and the Chiefs are known. The 49ers are known. They've been either at or near this point consistently now for a while, Alex Strofe. Then you throw in Taylor Swift. And look, it's going to kick to, I think this will be the highest rated Super Bowl in history, even accounting for like incremental growth you would have year over year. I think this will be a record-setting Super Bowl.
Hey, Ryan, can we poll it? Is Jim Rutledge a Taylor Swift stan or a Taylor Swift simp? Simp or stan?
Simp or stan. Where do we draw the line?
The
What's
hell
the
is
difference?
a simp?
Simp is more you have a crush on her.
No, I don't crush her.
No, simp is more than just a crush.
Yeah, more of an obsession.
Obsession and like willingness to do anything for them.
You've kind of built your brand around her recently.
Well, no, my brand has been built around dunking on doofuses that are upset about her.
Right. And that's kind of my point. Like you're her knight, you're trying to be her knight in shining armor.
I just want to make fun of stupid people. She's my ability to do it. Like, stupid people are showing their stupidity left and right.
Yeah,
like,
but
you're honestly telling me immediately, oh, you're an idiot, or oh, you don't actually know what you're talking about. The second you get worked up about Taylor Swift being shown in the game, I go, oh, so you don't know that she's been shown less than a minute per game. Per broadcast.
Ryan, I think I'm leaning simp. How about you?
I don't know. This sounds like simp behavior to me.
I agree.
I mean, honestly,
Simp
the way
behavior.
just caping.
Yeah.
Just caping harder than Travis at this point,
Oh,
honestly.
I don't want a white knight.
I think so.
No, I do think Jim is just a Taylor Swift stan. He has 2 daughters. They're big Taylor Swift girls, too. I understand why. It makes
But
sense.
also, you guys know me. I love pointing out when people are stupid.
Yeah.
And they are being
you do.
incredibly stupid about this.
Well, yeah, but like, whatever. I'm over it.
Well, and honestly, here's the bigger part of it. It's all the social media that has made this feel bigger than it is.
For sure, but also, like, I'm not going to fix it. My telling people they are stupid isn't going to stop making them stupid.
No, but I think they should be aware. Sometimes you just have to be told, your opinion is stupid right now.
Yeah. People say that to me all the time.
She's not in the
You're
CIA.
right.
She's not a PSYOP. She's not.
You don't know that.
I do know that. And she's not being shown on TV more than they would show any other celebrity. Because my favorite one was Brian Urlacher.
I'm intrigued if they will on Sunday.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know if they will either. And he's Alex Strofe. I am Jim Rutledge. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush Coors Light.
So Brian Urlacher was on ESPN in Chicago.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he wasn't ripping Taylor Swift, much like Kyle Wallace earlier, but just more the idea that, oh, she's being shown so much. And I was like, immediately, you obviously aren't paying attention because she's not. But then the other part of it was, I think his dumbass forgot he dated Paris Hilton. And
he did. He sure
Monday
did.
Night Football, I remember watching the game. They cut to Paris Hilton. Oh, by the way, Brian was not divorced from his wife at this point.
Whoops.
They were separated, I would hope, or they were definitely after that. And Paris Hilton was showing over and over and over again in the suite. So, like, way back when Paris Hilton was relevant.
Jimmy's got receipts right now.
But I mean,
again, you come at the Queen, Rutledge is coming for you.
Just don't bring dumbass takes because you're obviously just triggered. And so, anyway.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift album?
I honestly would only know the recent one, Midnights.
Okay. So he's a fake fan.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, like, you claim to be
my
such a
kids
stan.
play him all the time.
Lover. Lover is the answer.
Oh.
Bold take, right?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know any of Taylor Swift's music.
Yes, you do.
I know songs here. I know Anti-Hero because we play it on the show.
That's from Midnight.
But you probably know
Yeah.
Karma. That's a popular one, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Shake It Off.
Shake It Off. Yeah, I mean, that's a classic. That's a classic at this point.
Oh, there's so many. From Robin Madison, Jim would love a sugar baby / money mama if he was single.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not a knock, I don't think.
Yeah.
Dude,
got me.
are you gonna freak out if Lil Jon pops up during
Yeah. What? I don't know. I think my kids will. Because I
Do
don't
they know who Lil Jon is?
I think they might have a loose idea of what I do is tied to something. Like, I'm sure we've played it.
Do you do the yeah thing at home?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. I'll be like, what?
You do this to your kids?
Why not?
What? I just love it. I didn't expect this.
Oh, I do. I mean,
I thought that was like a strictly an on-air thing.
No, that's where it's been. Any voice that I do, and I do more voices at home than I do here, are trialed at home.
I need to know more. Tell me more.
Well, we've done some. I've done like some Sesame Street characters.
Which ones?
I can do like Cookie Monster
Can
and
you do
Elmo. We've done this before, but
I don't care. I want
Let's
to
hear it.
C is for Cookie. That's good enough for me. Like,
how about Elmo?
La la la, this is the song. La la la, Elmo song. Elmo like Alex Strofe.
That was actually pretty good.
So like, I will do those, but I do them for the kids,
Whoa.
and then some of them will carry over.
And the Rutledge and Hamilton fans.
And the Rutledge and Hamilton
There
kids.
is no way I saw that coming. That was actually pretty good. I'll give you on the Elmo, I'll give you like an 8.5 out of 10.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that the same scale as my Lil Jon? Or?
It scared the hell out of me, but it was good. Lil Jon's pretty good too. Wow, I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
You should be a voice actor.
I think I could do it.
I think so too.
Now I want to do it because Matt thinks he could be a voice actor, so now I just want to do it.
When did Matt say that?
He said
That's some
someone told him
booty,
one
Jim.
time because he's got a gravelly voice, he should be a voice actor because it's distinguished, which I don't disagree. Like Seth, Rogan does a lot of kids. You guys probably don't know that he does a lot of kids movies.
But he's like he has actual like voice talent
and an actual actor.
It's not just he sounds like he smokes. Like
Right.
yes, exactly.
Are you saying a drive-time radio host in the wonderful market of Madison, Wisconsin does not have a great voice?
He has a good voice, but it's like you can play one character, Matt. You can play like the smoke. You can play what's Oscar the Grouch. He can play Oscar the Grouch, and that's it. I don't think he can be anyone else.
Jim's got Cookie Monster and Emma handled. Maddie will take
Oscar
the Grouch.
I think that's one of the only voice actors he could be.
All right, get into the show. 844-770-3776. Any other voices you want me to do? We're live from the Everlight Solar studio. I'll just do voice work today. I'll just do the show.
I can take the day off.
I'll just do different segments in different voices, and I will be hoarse as hell by the end of the day. But the Super Bowl is coming up, and whether Taylor Swift is there or not,
what just happened on this radio?
You wanted me to do voice?
You asked
I did.
I feel like I'm on acid.
Maybe you are. Maybe this is even happening right now.
It is Fish Friday after all.
There you go. It is. Yes, it is Fish Friday. Maybe you did drop some acid.
It'd be a lot more fun if you did.
All right, so I want to ask this. We do want to do.
Jim, why is your skin green?
Because I'm Kermit the Frog.
That one's not the best.
No, it's
that
not.
one could use some work.
Bad. Okay, what do you want to talk about, bud?
The Super Bowl. The Chiefs are playing.
Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes is a much better Kermit the Frog than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the 49ers. So I want to ask this because obviously some people are triggered, whether it's because their team's not in the Super Bowl or because of Taylor Swift. But I want to ask this. What are you watching for in the Super Bowl? A Chiefs win, a 49ers win, the commercials, or you're not watching / you're a liar? Because honestly, Alex, if you're listening to this station, unless you're working, what else are you doing? You're turning the game on. 300 million people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
You're lying. It's like the people say, I'm never going to watch football again. But then you tell me all the plays that happened in the game.
Yep.
So, like, the same people that say never watch football again are also the ones like, I can't believe how much I see Taylor Swift on my football broadcast.
What would you watch instead of the Super Bowl?
No idea.
Like Northern Iowa and UIC, which is Illinois, Chicago, play a college hoops game at 3 o'clock on Saturday. That's the latest college men's basketball game on Saturday.
Like, if you're doing that,
this up.
Well, I'm just trying to think what else is there, right?
Fair.
Like, what's on other networks?
But like,
which
honestly,
network is the Super Bowl on this year?
CBS.
So what's on ABC and Fox during the Super Bowl?
I know there's some women's college basketball games as well. I think UConn plays. Yeah, well, I saw this earlier this morning on SportsCenter. I know UConn plays someone.
All right, so you are honestly actively being a troll if you're like, I'm going to watch UConn, unless you have like family members for it, over
but I
the
think
Super
that's
Bowl.
on Saturday. I don't even think they play on Sunday.
But like over the Super Bowl,
Well, they
because
do.
it's
1
not,
o'clock though. It's too
this
early.
is the funniest thing with the Taylor Swift part of it. Like, it's not even about the game. There are so many casual fans, more than any other time watching any other sport ever. Casual fans are watching the Super Bowl for the commercials, for the party.
Yep.
Like, there's plenty of people that are watching it casually.
Yeah, no. So I don't know what I would vote on this poll because I'm not necessarily rooting for either side. I think I'm embracing greatness, and I guess if I had to pick a side, I'd pick the Chiefs, but I don't know that I'd vote for that necessarily, because if the Niners win, I'm okay with that.
Well, it's like when you came over for the
Rams, who was it, Rams-Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted the Rams. I wasn't going to be broken up if the Bengals won, but I still watched it. I was into it, because you can find the angles.
We were
radio
very big into the halftime show. Both of us were.
Yes, especially people my age. But yes, but you know them as well. But like Eminem, Dre, Snoop, like that is like me, 14-year-old, like, you know, you just get introduced to music, and those are my squad.
Those are your heroes.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. Snoop, Dre, Eminem, Taylor Swift, power rank them.
Dre 1, and then I would go Taylor,
Wow.
Snoop.
Wow.
And what's the rest?
Eminem would be the 4th.
Oh, wait, jeez. No, I would go Taylor, Eminem. Dre,
Taylor's too.
Yeah. For me, like, again, I have to respect her artistry. If I was really doing on my favorites, she's 4th on that list.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, like, as an artist, I'm still going to put my favorite. Like, Dre invented almost the genre of music all the way back to NWA. And actually, before that, he was in a different group that is escaping me. So he invented this genre of music, really, and lifted it to a point where it's so popular. And then Taylor, obviously, writes and produces her own song, and is just the big... Honestly, probably the biggest star we've ever had, ever, when you account for how big social media is now and all of our downloads. And then Eminem is, I think, as far as a wordsmith, one of the top rappers of all time, and then Snoop is just Snoop.
That's
Snoop's
true.
like a lifestyle at this point. And it's weird to me that Snoop, who sang 187 on a blank, 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 is now the face of just being cool and chill.
Yeah.
Like Corona and all these other things.
He's the face of weed.
Yes.
A good brand to be the face of.
He's also the face that did not work out well with that smokeless. Remember he said he was going to stop smoking?
Oh, yeah.
And it was for a
that.
smokeless.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot
What do you
about
call
that.
it? A fireplace thing?
Yeah.
Fire pit?
How'd that work out for him?
Apparently it was an abject disaster. That place lost. They hemorrhaged money on that.
Well, I imagine Snoop isn't the cheapest endorser in the world.
And I don't think people were just and a weird timing for it, because didn't he do it in December?
Yeah.
Who's buying a fire pit? I mean, maybe you're thinking for Christmas, but it's just not high on my list.
Well, it's smokeless. You can use it inside. Isn't that the point of it?
No.
You mean, why not?
Do not use that inside.
Why not? Sounds like fun.
Same reason you can't do
What
can't,
could go wrong?
You can't cook your propane grill inside, right? Yeah.
Well, if it's smokeless, you could.
Oh, God. Ryan's going to die.
He might.
JK Security Solutions is a locally owned, family-run business. Been a part of the Madison community for nearly 40 years. Jeffrey and the whole team over there care about making sure your home and business are safe, whether it's commercial fire detection to home automation to security for your home or your work or your commercial building. Make sure to use J&K Security Solutions. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Ness Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Ness Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview of the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Abigail Inda. Abby, what do you like about the sport of basketball? What drives you to keep playing?
I just like the team aspect of it, being able to create those relationships with my teammates, and I like how much it translates to life and learning lessons from it.
You're going to be going to Oshkosh to play?
Yeah.
How did they come into play that you ended up there?
I had gone to their camps for the last couple years. I think it was this last summer. They kind of started reaching out to me. I just really like the coaching staff and the players there.
What do you plan to study up there?
Right now it's PT, kinesiology, or psychology.
Now you want to be a physical therapist eventually? Why did you choose that?
I've gone to PT for injuries through sports, and my brothers have done it, so I've been around it a lot, and I like the idea of being able to help athletes get back to their sports.
It's official. 2023 was the biggest jackpot year on record at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Check out these totals. We had over 57,000 jackpots and more than $134 million in winnings. This shatters our previous record year, and we have no intention of stopping here. And with our 95% average payout, we continue to be the official home of the big win right here in Madison. Let's keep it going in 2024 with even more jackpots at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Listen to Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on 100.5 ESPN.
She wasn't like, oh my God, the show can't go on without Rachel.
If you trade Rachel
Let's
to
not
the
get it
Raiders,
twisted.
and you've got Lisa Kudrow-Lazard as your number one, I'm not sure viewership is the same.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by Grassland Dairy, Home and Lindsay Paints, Coors Light, Made to Chill, and American Family Insurance. Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Fish Friday continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. He is Alex Strofe. I am Jim Rutledge.
What?
Okay. You can get into the show 844-770-3776. David Deerfield chimes in. Spike Lee at MSG was the Taylor Swift of the 90s. Very good point.
Yeah, dude, there's a ton of examples of that. That's why I think
obviously
it's
Jack
hilarious.
Nicholson.
Yep.
So you can run it off. It's just
there's a ton.
Not everything's for you all the time, 24/7. That's literally just the whole point of it.
That sounds like life to me, Jim.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes people forget that.
Just like you told me yesterday, I'm not for you 24/7.
I didn't say that.
Only for 2 hours at a time.
Only 2
If
hours at
that.
a time, you said.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you told me you could only handle me 2 hours at a time.
Did I say that on the show or in our little
No, you said it on the show.
Okay.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Maybe both. You did attack my character a little bit. And then you doubled down today, I found out. So that's
Well,
all
I
right.
texted you last night, so it's triple down.
Oh, you did text me last night. I forgot about that.
Ryan, I mean, is my assessment that sometimes Alex, I think for the most part, he's bringing good vibes because he wants to be the good vibes guy. But every once in a while, he wants attention.
I mean, don't we all want some attention every once in a while?
I'm not vilifying for him.
Yeah,
No,
you kind of are. You kind of are.
Strofe just kind of wants it every day, at all times.
Okay,
Is the
what the
difference.
hell are we doing here?
You and Matt are both. You guys are both puppies, like or what do they call them?
Golden retrievers.
Golden retrievers. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're kind of taking the gold out of it. You're kind of making me feel bad.
Stay gold, Pony Boy.
Great movie. One of the few I've actually seen.
And a book.
And the book. I had to read it. Yeah. The Outsiders, right? That's what that was called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell of a cast. Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe.
Star-studded.
Ralph Macchio.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in it.
And he dies in the movie.
Which
The
one?
Outsiders.
Spoiler alert!
Oh, you just said you read it. Liar.
I was in like 7th grade, dude. Miss Apps was my language arts teacher that year.
Rip and Rona chimes in. You guys have all have interesting voices. Honestly, I thought Strofe's was fake for a few months.
Who said that?
You kind of have. There's actually someone that works for our WTMJ team that you've I think now met, but he's just one of those guys where Jared Yuhan, that our fans aren't going to know, but he works for our WTMJ team. He sells Milwaukee Brewers baseball, and he does these presentations. The guy knows baseball and the Brewers really well, but he's got a little bit of a radio voice and a delivery. He actually did like PA and things like that for a while, so that is also someone, much like you two of you are both, I'll put you in the same category, like always an announcer voice. It makes more sense for you because you're an announcer, but like...
Yeah, but like I can't help it. This is just how I talk.
Right, but I mean like Matt and I don't talk exactly the same off the air as we do on the air. And you do.
You don't?
I think I'm much more subdued. Like I can get animated, but I'm not like... If I'm at home, I feel like if you're just like having a conversation...
You're Elmo and Cookie Monster,
right.
so...
But I feel like if you were like on a... Right, don't you think just like if Alex was on a date, he'd be like a lot as well.
Hold on.
What are we doing? Where are we going? Hey, I think we should go here. Like Comedy Club.
I actually have a play. So my dating style when it comes to voice is I actually quiet it way down. Because women like this, like kind of vocal fry, very tired, mysterious. I talk like this. When
This
I'm
is
on
like
a date.
pole dancing
Yeah,
type Alex Stroh.
coming to
This
the
is like
stage.
he's drugged, Alex Stroh.
Well, on dates I usually am, so that's fair.
So you try to go like Barry White? Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Yeah, no. I crushed a few Coors Lights before dates. Dude, I got to be honest. Like, I don't get nervous with most things. Dating, I do.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So, yeah, I try to – I go the liquid courage route most times. A little bit.
Sounds healthy.
Honestly, if I were you,
Yeah, you know me.
If I were you, I'd maybe like liquid courage works, but like liquid
Well, I
courage
don't show up
provides
wasted.
No, provides no. I was gonna say like it provides risk, like it fills your belly, like there's just more going on. Like I honestly would probably go more herbal courage.
Yeah, and I have.
Gives you a panic attack.
But, right.
Oh,
anxiety.
Okay.
Anxiety.
Well, you should,
because I'm already nervous.
all right, but you should like I don't know. I thought there's some.
Like, does she think I'm stoned right now?
So you're one of the you kind of just spiral.
Sometimes, not often.
Okay.
Not often. If I was in Illinois, of course, and utilizing. Right. Yeah.
So it is.
Good save, right? Good save.
I think you can utilize. You just can't.
You can possess in Madison, actually, I think.
True.
But I don't want to spread
Recreational.
misinformation. I need to look this up.
In the city of Madison, yes. Just not in public.
Gotcha.
What?
So, what do you,
It's
what,
decriminalized.
what do you mean? What?
So you can possess and use on public and private property. According
that's
to
changed.
WisconsinExaminer.com.
Well, because how
I
else
trust
they
the source.
how else they find it on you? They're gonna just go door to door. You said you can't have it in public, or you can have it's legal not in public.
Well, the idea was that you just can't use it out in public where there's like people around you, could be kids around you, things like that.
Right,
they want
using it right, but you could carry.
what? Then that's the point. Is
Conceal
that
and carry your
the
marijuana.
thing is, Matt, or the thing is, Jim. No one cares anymore. No one cares.
Oh, Homer cares.
Well, I know
Did you
Homer
hear Homer
cares.
this morning?
Hey.
Did you hear him this morning?
Yeah, he was on Willing and Talent, which is why I bring it up. You told me about it. So,
Oh, dude, it was so funny.
give me an insight here.
He starts talking about weed, and then he asks what they call weed now. Right? He's like, "What do you call pot?"
What did he call it?
I think he called it marijuana. At
Oh,
first.
so
I
he
think
called
he's
it
like
dope.
He's like, "What do you call it now?"
Reefer.
Pot. And Jason goes, "I think it's just weed. Like, I don't think there's a special word for it." And then he goes, "I wonder when the last time Rob Demovsky smoked weed was." And then Rob Demovsky came on the show. And he's like, "Oh, it's probably been since I was in college at Ohio University." And then he called his roommate out, who apparently was the biggest drug dealer on the east side of campus, by first and last name twice. Twice. And it had me laughing very hard. It was quite a moment.
Rob Madison's got a prescription for you. I'm not really going to share it on the air, but
I'm
you
good
can,
on that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm good on that.
You can choose to do that or not.
No, I'm good on that.
844-770-3776. We post the poll question yet? Oh, you
Yes,
did.
we
Right
did.
there. What are you watching for in the Super Bowl?
What
Are you
happened to
rooting
the
for the
other poll
Chiefs,
question?
rooting for the 49ers, watching for commercials, or pretending not to watch? 844-770-3776. You can chime in on this as well. And so, Prime, where are you falling on this?
It's tough. I don't want to watch the 49ers win. I don't really care about the Chiefs. I like commercials, but I'm not watching the game for that. And I'm not going to lie and say I'm not going to watch the game because I actually like football, unlike some people who apparently hate Taylor Swift too much. So I guess
could
I'm
you
rooting for the
imagine
Chiefs. I'm
that,
rooting
like,
for the Chiefs.
Someone's existence would ruin something you enjoy?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's not even kind of sad. It just is sad if that's the case.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Bill and Madison chimes in, not rooting for any particular team, just rooting for whoever needs to score so I can hit my Super Bowl square numbers. I didn't do a Super Bowl square this year.
Never done a Super Bowl square, actually.
I did one with the folks at Carbon World Health a couple of years ago, and it was like, I think it was like $50, but
I'm doing
it was
like
good money if you won.
I'm doing a prop bet sheet, so I filled out 25 questions.
Is this the one that G brought around for
Oh,
everyone?
yeah. You part of that, too?
What, you think I wasn't? I'm not doing it, but...
Okay, then there's my answer.
Okay, but I did get it.
Hold on a minute. I'm sick of you up on your freaking pedestal judging me nonstop the last 48 hours.
Not judging you.
I said,
I'm
are
saying
you
that,
in
like-
it? You said, "Who do you think I'm not?"
No,
And
no,
then
but
said,
you were
"Nope,
acting
I'm
like
not
I
in
didn't,
it."
like I didn't get invited was my point.
You weren't here all day.
People
What about,
like
how was
me.
he supposed to invite you?
I was hanging out with people. People like me. I was at a little golf place.
Little golf place. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit some balls.
Cool.
Well, I mean, they're not, I mean...
He was seeking the pin, is what he's trying to say. He was seeking for the pin.
Well, that sounds dirty. So
sometimes you got to seek for the
I
pin,
was at
Jimmy.
Pin Seekers. Don't need to get in trouble all of a sudden. I was not seeking the pin. Goodness.
I hope your wife's listening.
I don't even know what she would think that would mean. But it definitely sounded dirty. I'll just tell you that.
Yes.
Seeking the pin.
844-770-3776.
It's really stupid when we do radio together because Prime doesn't. Dude, I got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
I used to produce this show for a long time. I produced it for 2 years. He gave me 3 printouts today. I don't think I gave you 3 printouts in the history of me doing the show with you. And the thing about me and you doing radio together is we don't need these sheets. We're not going to use them. No. I love you, Prime, but like,
I love
me and Jim. Just to recap, right? You have on the sheet like who won at the NFL honors and the Super Bowl stuff. What's going on? What's the plan for today?
Jim, thank you for reading it ahead of time.
Well, we all know these are from Matt.
Yes, that's true.
But we have so far discussed Jim's Little John Elmo Cookie
His
Monster
Little John,
impression.
What? Yeah. Okay. Little John and Pin Seekers.
I didn't know we were talking about Little
seeking
Johns.
the pin. Seeking the pin with Little John.
You sound like Robin Madison.
It sounds like a book. Your mom picked up at the grocery store.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom joke?
Yeah. Well, more of like a book your mom would read. With Fabio at the cover.
And now we're down to your mom jokes.
No. Fabio, here's the book. Fabio's on the cover and it says, Little John seeks the pin. What?
What the hell are we doing?
But I would point out, full disclosure, Ryan's just keeping the habit up because Matt needs this information. This is how Matt finds out what happened in sports.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually
You are
finds anything
basically
out.
Matt Hamilton's newspaper. you should
writes
honestly
a
step
daily
this up.
column.
Yeah, this is your publication. The Woolish, not weekly, but like the Wollersheim Weekly.
daily, it's daily.
Yeah, I know. I got to figure out a way to come with some alliteration.
Easy. It's the Daily Primer.
Oh,
can you
wow.
please?
Okay, now I'm doing this. Yes.
I want it every time. Daily Primer and
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, and then we can quiz Matt on what was on the Daily Primer today.
That's smart.
Good. I like that. Yeah.
Give him
You
some
can just
homework
take a
at the
picture
end
of
of
it, put it on Jim and Matt, but you can see
Ooh,
that. Yeah,
so people can know what's on the Daily Primer.
what's on the Daily Primer.
Wow. You guys know there's a Super Bowl in 48 hours, right?
Can't say Super Bowl. No, you can say it. You can say Daily Primer. From now on, just to be safe, we'll refer to the Super Bowl as Daily Primer.
Daily Primer TM.
Or Seeking the Pin.
All right. Well, you guys know there's going to be people seeking pins on Sunday. 48 hours. So far, we've talked about none of that.
Never mind. That sounds really nefarious. I mean, I'm sure there will be people seeking the pin on Sunday, but that's their own business. 844-770-3776.
I won't be one of those people.
All right.
Whose pin are you seeking?
I'm going golfing on Sunday.
Oh.
I am. I'm not even kidding.
Remember the last time we went golfing with Strofe?
Shut up, Ryan.
Yeah. Strofe can't find the ball. Rofe was rough.
Rofi.
Matt Gray chimes in on Twitter. It would be great if they would stop releasing commercials before they actually air. I feel like they've ruined so many. It's taking the anticipation out of it. Matt, and I get that, but also, like, nobody is Clockwork Oranging you. Like, you don't have to watch them.
Oh, relax, Jim. I'm Team Matt on this one. He's right.
I agree.
Because I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, you can just self-control.
I see. What was the? Is it Paramount had that great commercial?
Yeah, Paramount.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, with
That's 2 years in a row they've
Star
done
Trek.
that.
Yeah, Creed.
Yeah.
Rugrats. I think.
I thought last year's was better because they had the teacher. They had the Key from Key and Peele did the
Keegan Michael Key.
Peele. Sorry. Yes, he did the teacher thing.
Oh,
where he mispronounces everyone's
name. Substitute teacher, angry substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he did it with Bluey, and like kids like that, like be Louie. He did it last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so I like
Great memory, Jim. Thanks.
What? It stuck with me because I watched it live. I didn't sour my brain by consuming it beforehand.
You're such a hardo.
What are you watching for in the Super Bowl right now? 28% of you are rooting for the Chiefs. 20% of you are rooting for the 49ers. 31% of you are watching for commercials. And 20% of you are pretending not to watch. Because you're pretending.
You know, I got to be honest. Solo Rutledge yesterday was fun. I think I'm just going to chill here and listen.
Tyler in Sun Prairie chimes in. Just want a good competitive game. Rather not have the Chiefs win. But as long as it's not a blowout, really don't care. Just happy it's not the Bears. Thanks, Tyler. Love you, Jim, is what he says there. Love you too, Tyler.
Thank you.
Jamie in Orlando chimes in. Jesse only had 3. Wait, why is this in here? So can you explain this to me?
It was just sent.
But why is it? What is this talking about?
Might be listening to the podcast for Monday of Will D'Antonio.
And they decided to text in? Did people not know how time works?
Well, hold on, Jim. Hold on. If you're listening on the podcast, he plugs, because it's live on the radio like you do. You've plugged the phone number multiple times. If people only consume you via podcast.
But I'm saying, but do you not know how time works? Like, why would you think that I want you to text in 3 days later?
The world revolves around the listeners, Jim. Come on.
I mean, really? Really? Like, I want to reply back, what are you doing? Like,
leave him alone. He's just trying to listen.
He's trying to chime in about Jesse's
you know what you can do?
non-300 game.
At 4:27, you can just listen to Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. That would be a better thing to do. You also could go check out my friends at Hanson & Sons. They've been Madison's #1 family-owned chimney and fireplace specialist for 71 years. Now, through the end of February, save 7.1% on any of their new high-efficiency installed fireplaces or their expert winter masonry chimney repairs. Just rolls off the tongue. That's how much I talk about it and love it. Take advantage of huge, never-before-offered savings and replace that old, inefficient, dirty, wood-burning fireplace with a new high-efficiency, remote-controlled gas or electric fireplace. I have a gas fireplace. Don't wait. Sales end February 29th. You get an extra day this month. Go to HansonandSons.com or call 608-258-5844. That's HANSEN and Sons.com or call 608-258-5844. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Need more of Judgmental Jim? Subscribe to the Rutledge and Hamilton podcast, presented by Revive Restoration, wherever you get your podcasts.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Nothing but net. Good shots. Man, I miss playing basketball. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text BACK to 231-231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BACK to 231-231. That's BACK to 231-231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Life has its moments, times to remember and share. Make the most of those special occasions by visiting Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street. John Hayes from Goodman's Jewelers. We're here to help you make that perfect selection for your memorable moment. When you think of diamonds, you hear about color, cut, clarity, and carat weight. We can help you understand that, but we're equally concerned with earning your trust with the quality of our selection and our service. Goodman'sJewelers.com, in the heart of downtown Madison. Truly a destination worth reaching.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is a Madison original, brewing award-winning craft beers for nearly 30 years. Whether you're a fan of Pilsners, IPAs, Stouts, or Sours, the Danes team of brewers always have something new on tap. Or if you're in the mood for a classic, enjoy the German Pilsner or Crop Circle Wheat. For a full tap list, head to one of their locations in Fitchburg, Hilldale, downtown, or East Madison, or visit GreatDanePub.com. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an Equinox, winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality among compact SUVs. Lend a hand in the strong and capable Silverado. Or mix it up in a high-tech Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen. Find family, friends, and fun in the Chevy that's right for you.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
For J.D. Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Jim Rutledge here for Hanson & Sons, Madison's #1 family-owned chimney and fireplace specialist. To celebrate 71 years of service, Hanson & Sons is offering 7.1% savings on any of their new high-efficiency installed fireplaces or their expert winter masonry chimney repairs. Replace that old, dirty, wood-burning fireplace with a new high-efficiency remote-controlled gas or electric fireplace. Sale ends February 29th. Go to hansonandsons.com today for more information. That's hansonandsons.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
If I had to venture a guess, it's probably every year the Super Bowl is viewed more, but the last Super Bowl was 115 million viewers, and that was the most watched Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, I would imagine it gets broken every year. But to your point, I do think this year will. I think there's just so much buzz, right? And I'm not even mentioning Taylor Swift when I say that. I think obviously that plays a role for a younger audience and maybe an audience that wouldn't have watched otherwise. But in terms of this game, you have Mahomes and Andy Reid looking to, essentially write their names in the history books as maybe one of the best quarterback-coach duos of all time. You have Shanahan still vying for his first opportunity to win a ring. Brock Purdy's a fun story. Christian McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year this year. You've got two really good defenses going head-to-head. Like, there are so many storylines outside of just, hey, it's a Super Bowl. I'm super intrigued by this matchup, and last week when we talked about it, Jim, when I was on with you last Friday, I was still kind of in my pissed off mood of like, yeah, I really wish the Packers were here. I feel like the Packers could be here. They would have beaten Detroit that past Sunday. They would have, they should have beat San Francisco, who's now in the Super Bowl, and they beat Kansas City earlier in the year. Like, I was still pissed off last week. This week, I've come to fruition. I've slept on it a little bit. Like, I've figured it out. I've exhaled. I've stopped being so judgmental and angry all the time, unlike my co-host today.
Judgmental Jim.
And
chill, man.
And
I think someone called me chill on our at the table thing. I think I got chill.
They did, actually.
Who called you chill? Was it Molly?
I don't think it was Molly. Who was it?
It was
all
G.
due respect,
I love
G.
you dearly, but you're not chill.
G said that I could be the best friend that anyone could have, which was
I
honestly
did hear
the
that, which is
nicest thing.
crazy.
That was the nicest thing. Honestly, my wife has never said anything that nice to me. So
Yeah,
thank
that
you,
was
Alex.
so nice.
That was so nice.
That was so nice. I looked at him like he was on crazy pills.
If I could give someone an award for like just being the nicest person ever, I think it goes to G. I mean, good Lord.
But I've come around to this Super Bowl being a really fun matchup. And the fact that this is the best game you could ask for. Right? I was very firm that I wanted fresh blood. Like, Detroit-Baltimore would have been so much fun for me. But this is the best game. You got the best team in the NFC all year. You've got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid back again, looking to make it number 3 for them. Travis Kelce, obviously, is maybe the most dominant tight end we've seen since Gronk, obviously. And maybe even better than him in terms of how long he's done it. He might retire after this game. This might be his farewell tour. So I just think there's so many parts of this that make it so damn fun. So, yeah, it will be the most watched of all time.
844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. And we have Mark in Janesville chiming in. Don't care about the outcome, just watching to see if my numbers hit in the bar pool. And then Jared and DeForest chimes in with a question basically off of last night's honors results. So what, MVP was Lamar Jackson.
MVP Lamar Jackson.
Comeback player of the year was Joe Flacco.
It's on the Daily Primer.
It is ridiculous here. What are the other ones here?
Lamar won MVP. Christian McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett of the Browns wins Defensive Player of the Year. Clean sweep for the Texans in the Rookie of the Year category. C.J. Stroud Offensive. Will Anderson Jr. Defensive. That was the number 2 and number 3 pick in this year's draft. And then a little Browns love. I already mentioned Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year. Kevin Stefanski wins Coach of the Year. And Matt Hamilton was right. Joe Flacco wins NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
And then he also asked...
But however, he didn't win. He won the Electoral College vote.
Yes,
because he got less first-place votes, but he got more second-place votes.
I honestly felt like it was an accident. I think like some people are like, I'll just throw a second-place vote to Flacco, and then they didn't realize that was
they added up.
Yeah.
So he got less first-place votes than Damar Hamlin, but ultimately won the award. So a little electoral college action for
we know how that works out for everyone. So
right. I mean, Damar Hamlin could make the case that Joe Flacco stole the election.
It is 2024, guys. Election cycle.
True.
Yeah, can't wait. It's the best time of every 4-year spin, man.
Let's go.
It literally gets worse every 4 years.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. It does, absolutely. And then also from Jared, we should give a shout-out to the Grossi Posse. Tom Grossi winning the Fan of the Year for the NFL. He did back in July, did a 30 stadiums in 30 days tour and raised over $500,000 for St. Jude. So good on him.
The last part is awesome. Yes.
He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. I've never met him in person, but I've spoken with him a few times. And he's a terrific guy, and I mean that's such a cool initiative that he did over the summer. And he's a huge Packers fan. Does a great job creating content on YouTube and stuff. So good to have a Packers fan on the map. But in that same breath, Jim, I want to be on the map. I announced earlier today my campaign to become the president of the Packers.
Nobody
No
wants
idea.
this.
Irrelevant.
What? Nobody wants this.
What do you mean
nobody wants you to be the president of the Packers? You have no business. You have no business sense. Like, it is a business position.
Will you join me?
Sure, you want me to run the Packers with? No, I'm not going to run the Packers.
You will run them into the ground?
You thought about it for a second.
If it wasn't the Packers, yeah.
So what if it was like, I don't know, the Houston Texans? You in?
I'm in.
Okay, interesting. Well, nonetheless, would you still be my counsel? What if I paid you for legal advice?
I would not help you legally. I don't know how I'd help you legal-wise. Again, how little you'd have legal counsel. You need to figure out how to grow and maximize the brand of the Green Bay Packers.
Not hard to do. It's the Green Bay freaking Packers.
Felt like Green Bay to me.
I would say your resume is going to fall pretty short of whomever is going to be nominated.
My ultimate goal in this, and I am holding court, I will be doing a special press conference about my campaign in the Lambeau Field parking lot this Sunday prior to the Super Bowl.
Hey, remember what I said he was needy? Can we just clip this? And anytime he has a question about my statement that he was needy, we just run this back. All right, please tell me more about your press conference nobody's going to be at.
I know, that's the point.
No, the point is attention for you.
No, yeah, I'm running a campaign, Jim. I need attention.
People like
me. Campaign, he's gone. He's run out of town.
Right, actually, that's what gave me the idea. Is I heard his name, campaign. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Packers need a president. Campaign.
We're going to win a 6.
So that was actually the inspiration. How about Pat Bev? I'm pretty fired up about that. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right. The other thing was, to the NFL honors, the Devin Hester going to the Hall of Fame.
Pat Bev to the Bucks.
So is Steve McMichael. Shout out to McMichael. He's going to be
I don't know who that is.
It's he was on the Super Bowl Bears team.
He was a D tackle on the 85 Bears, right?
Yeah.
D lineman.
D lineman. And he is dealing with some horrendous physical ailments right now. And it was fought for a long time to get him into the Hall of Fame as what are the not in the main vote, you have like a secondary vote.
It is like the senior class. Beyond the modern era, they call it.
So that's 3 former Bears going in, Hester, Julius Peppers, and Steve McMichael?
Yes. Before this, they already had the most players ever in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And that will only go further.
I don't know how. So this is funny. It includes Julius Peppers. So for AI, Google AI says the Bears have 39 Hall of Famers. So they have 39. That includes the ones that just went in. I've seen other places they have 40. It says the Packers are number 2, but they include Julius Peppers. There's no way Julius Peppers is not going in as a Packer Hall of Famer.
No, he'll go in as a Panther, dude.
Right, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count him as a Bear either, but it was interesting to me that AI included him as a Packer Hall of Famer.
He should be included. He played several seasons.
I know it's not like it's not like baseball, I guess, where you should just go in on the team that you're most associated with.
Yeah, but for a guy like Julius Peppers, who made the rounds quite a bit, right? Like he went Panthers, Bears, Packers, Panthers, if I'm not mistaken, was his trajectory. So he had kind of a weird path in the NFL. Like obviously he's most known for Panther. He started and finished his career there. But okay, so Tom Brady, for example, when he goes in a couple of years. Yes, he won 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. But he also won a Super Bowl as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. So that has to be remembered as well.
I mean, Terrell Suggs won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. Does he get to go remembered as a Chief when he makes the Super Bowl? Or makes the Hall of Fame? Excuse me?
Of course not. But he should, if you win a Super Bowl with somebody, you are still remembered as you have to think about it from a fan perspective. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, although they realize they are the second wife, they also got a ring out of it, right? Like, they're still the wife. They are the most recent wife. Despite the fact that the ex-wife got a ring 6 times the size, they still got a ring.
But, like, Julius Pepper is 10 years with Carolina, 4 with Chicago, and 3 with Green Bay.
3 with Green Bay.
He had 10 years in Carolina. I did not realize.
Combined, yeah.
Oh,
and then 4 with Chicago, and then 3 with Green Bay, and then back 2 more back with Carolina.
17 years is a tremendous career. That is terrific. Andre Johnson getting in, by the way. He was a dog.
That surprised me in the idea that, like, he's a great player. I just I guess he just belongs in the Hall of Fame.
The wide receiver class, it's tough. There's a big logjam. Torrey Holt didn't get in this year, and Reggie Wayne both still look on the outside looking in. Yeah.
It's just Devin Hester needed to get in.
Devin Hester needed to get in. The one for me that I thought was kind of crazy was Antonio Gates. Like, as a tight end, he did kind of, I wouldn't say he revolutionized the position, but, like, he's right up there with the Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski for effective, like, offensive players. I mean, it's really hard to get in as tight ends, but, man, I thought he deserved it if anybody.
Robin Madison says Brett Favre will never be known as a Jet or a damn Viking. I mean, you might at this point want him to be. Like, you know what? Yeah, he's a Viking. That guy who allegedly defrauded an entire state's welfare system. Yeah, he's a Viking. I don't know who that guy is.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know. Just a piece of advice. I wouldn't be dying to claim him.
I mean, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, hard to argue with.
Is it going to be weird that, like, you're going to have 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in one scenario here, but you're only going to want to claim one of them, hopefully, in Jordan Love, as far as their life?
I'm fine claiming Bart Starr. I have no problem with Bart. Alive.
Yes.
Wow. Did you say alive?
I said at the end, yeah. Right before you jumped in.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, did Bart Starr play pre our new rule?
What's the new rule?
Before the
Hawaii became a state in
Hawaii?
1959, so anything pre-1959.
Well, he won the first 2 Super Bowls in 67, 68, so yes, he makes the cut.
He makes the cut. Yeah. Why is that the line?
Well, because, like, we didn't even have 50 states in 1959. Like, to me, I just want to take a side eye to it. Like,
so you just ignore history?
No, I'm like
Abraham Lincoln was never the president of the United States.
Sports. But the point is more of, like, we gotta contextualize. Like, football before 1959 was not football, not even in the same breath as what's happening today.
Okay.
So, like, we gotta like contextualize it.
Interesting. Shoeless Joe Jackson never existed.
Mike Ditka.
Contextualize. Historic. Mike Ditka is a player. What is wrong with you?
What?
It was much later than that.
What do you mean?
He was a player.
When did he play?
He was not a player in the 40s. He's still alive, right?
I thought he played in the 50s.
If he was a player in the 50s, that makes him, I got to do math here, 90-something years old?
I believe it.
He's not 90.
Look, I wasn't alive for the 85 Bears. I don't know how old he is.
So you just assume, you get on me. He just assumes that anyone he wasn't alive for is 100.
Actually, he's not as far off as I thought he was. Ditka is 84.
Well,
he was born in 39. He played from his first year in the league was 61.
Made the cut.
Just barely.
But he did. He's right. He's right.
Rutledge is galactically stupid. You can mark it down. I triggered him again this week. It's funny that Rutledge is saying you don't want to claim a Hall of Fame quarterback. Bears fan.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. How many Hall of Fame quarterbacks do the Bears have?
We have more Hall of Famers than the
Packers.
That
wasn't my question. How many Hall of Fame quarterbacks do the Bears have?
None. Again, tearing down the Bears does not make the Packers better.
I'm not tearing them down. I was legitimately asking if there's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Actually, you know what? I could be wrong in that. Sid Luckman could be in the Hall of Fame, but I wouldn't count that.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's probably pre.
But he's probably pre the line.
Yeah. Again,
so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. We just have to. He was named to the Hall of Fame barely above the line. He was named to the Hall of Fame in 1965.
Oh yeah, his last year playing was 1950.
Yeah, but he's in there. Rutledge is galactically stupid also triggered again. You should probably contextualize your commentary with the fact that you're a Bears fan. I think everyone's aware of that. People like me.
No one is tearing down the Bears. Your commentary is Bear bias, is what Rutledge is galactically stupid is saying.
I think that's a galactically stupid take.
You're a big idiot, Jim.
Yes, absolutely. I'm fine to own it. But you know what? You could be a winner, unlike some people, and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Go be a winner. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Enjoy your weekend. Don't let me ruin your weekend. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. Over $10 million in jackpots alone at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. You know what? Go win some money at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, and then, I don't know, have some friendly bets with your friends and make some more cash. You can just bet with your friends, right?
Yeah,
all
sure.
Right, yeah.
I do it every week.
Yeah, on a big game that people might watch that could be excellent. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Watch every show live and for free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience by going to StarionBank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin Badgers football head coach Luke Fickell appeared on Wilde and Tausch on ESPN Wisconsin earlier this week and hinted toward former Tennessee Titans head coach and Luke Fickell's former college teammate at Ohio State, Mike Vrabel, helping the program out this year.
We're going to have a visitor here that's going to spend a little bit of time, hopefully, around us, starting, coming in the spring and some things like that. See how deep we can get involved with my buddy.
Find the full conversation on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcast. Just search Wilde and Tausch.
Get 0% interest for up to 3 years, or get no money down, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Old Duffer's Pub, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and Scotty Bar.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Madison area attorneys. 1110 Fourier Drive, Suite 120, Madison, Wisconsin, 53717.
Some people just know bundling with Allstate means big savings. Just like they know the right ingredient means big flavor. They know honey on pizza is where it's at. And olive oil on ice cream is the cherry on top. And they know when you bundle home and auto with Allstate, you can save up to 25%.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of the maximum available savings off the home policy. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again, quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
I'm floating in the blimp.
Fish Friday continues here on Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. I am Jim Rutledge alongside Alex Strofe. We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. We are asking you, what are you watching for in the Super Bowl? 39% of you are rooting for the Chiefs. 17% of you are rooting for the 49ers. 26% of you are watching for commercials, and 17% of you are pretending to not watch the game. Matt Larson chimes in about seeing if their square is going to hit. So I want to ask this as well, and the secret one just puts in a picture of Patrick Mahomes nodding his head. So I want some signature dishes for the...
You hungry?
Yeah, right now. Still haven't. Nobody's brought us fish fry yet, by the way. But shout out to Dave in Deerfield. We're gonna have some pizza with him on Tuesday. Not you.
I was gonna say, am I invited to that?
You can. I mean, I'm sure we have extra pizza.
Yeah.
What did we settle on a pizza?
We did, yes.
What are we getting?
Well, we're getting, excuse me, margarita.
What was that?
I was clearing my throat.
It's great.
Thank you.
Turn your microphone off.
Apologies.
Amazing.
Apologies. I've been doing a lot of work recently.
Matt just eating pizza into
trying to coordinate
a microphone like he's Tarek Sala.
You guys are disgusting.
Well, I've been coordinating this pizza date, so I've been working hard recently. I'm a little hoarse. So I did coordinate with Dave in Deerfield. We're going to be getting
such a bad joke.
We're going to be getting a margarita pizza that Matt Hamilton's not a fan of, and a deluxe.
Oh, deluxe is good. Why a margarita pizza?
Why not? Do you not like margarita pizza?
Can you pull up the text real quick? Because I want to call Matt out on this.
Oh.
Matt is...
Are you mad at him?
He's just being sassy about the pizza.
You said he's kind of being sassy overall.
Yeah, I want to save the other one for when Matt's here. Nothing major. It's just a little sassy. I'm mad at him. It's just sometimes you got to hold people accountable. I think he's getting a little big for his britches right now.
So you got to knock him down.
Yeah. I feel like that's part of my role around here. Make sure nobody's britches get too big.
No, him and his wife, or you and his wife. Gotta knock him down.
Talking about that little John, but either way, we are getting a margarita pizza with Dave in Deerfield, and the toppings are what's important about the margarita pizza. It's gonna have ricotta sauce, a house blend cheese, tomatoes, and basil garlic. Sounds delicious, right? Strofe?
Yeah, fine.
You take it or leave it, fine. But either way, nothing to get mad about. And Matt responds to that saying, "Why are we going meatless? Is this guy a vegetarian?" Said, "Well, the deluxe has pepperoni and sausage." Yeah, obviously. I'm not asking about that one. Why does he not like margarita pizza? I ask him. He says, "It's fine. It's just I don't know if I can say that word. I can say it. Bastardized version of margarita pizza." He says, "Margarita pizza needs to have crust, San Marzano hand-crusted tomatoes, Bufala mozzarella,
I don't know what this means.
fresh basil, and olive oil." Or otherwise it's not a real, because otherwise it's not a real margarita pizza.
Olive oil.
Olive oil, exactly.
Can we Matt is off the rails. He ate at a nice Italian restaurant once and thinks he's like an Italian chef now. So we'll bring it. We'll
Anthony from New Jersey would be. They think he's a snob. They think he's snobby and that he's got too big of his britches.
Matt is unquestionably a food snob.
Yeah,
but I think he says that with. I think he owns that with. Pleasure. He's happy about it.
Yeah, he does.
So I was going to ask, and thank God Matt's not here because God knows the impossible recipe he would share.
Oh, true.
But I would say,
steps.
give me a signature dish. Give me a signature dish that you would bring to a Super Bowl party. 844-770-3776. Not like I'm going to bring wings.
Do you remember mine?
I do remember yours. That's why I did not say what you brought because I didn't want to be mean.
No, be mean. I
it's
remember.
not mean. You brought buffalo chicken dip, right?
Yeah,
and it was cold.
I had to
my wife hooked you up, right? Did she give you like a crock pot or something?
Well, I brought it in a crock pot, but I was like, hey, I need to plug this in and let it cook a little bit longer. I was running late today.
It's fine. It's fine.
It ended up being good buffalo chicken dip.
It was good buffalo chicken dip.
I showed up at Rutledge's house. This is 2 years ago. Rams Bengals. It's me, my ex-girlfriend, and like a bunch of like daycare families. When Jim's does your wife still run the daycare?
No, she teaches now.
Okay, so when she still ran a daycare, and it's like two. I think it was two other couples that are like older and married.
Yeah,
and it's me and my ex-girlfriend. When
for the record. They are close. They might be closer to your age. They're like, well, one of them was closer to my wife and I's age, but the other one, they're like 35. They're like Matt's age.
Okay, so they're like a decade older than me. But at the time, I was 23.
Well, at the time, they were also then probably 33.
Yeah, you need daycare as well.
I had lived in Madison for less than a year, and we were doing a Friday show like this when Matt was out. Shocking. Actually, I take it back. I don't think it was Rutledge and Hamilton yet. I think it was still the jump around with Jim Rutledge. But I was in for Matt that day. And he revealed that he had a Super Bowl party. And I was like, what the hell, dude? I produced your show. You haven't mentioned this all week? He's like, oh, you can come. I was like, I literally will. And then I did.
You guys can, I don't think you guys want to, because the other part is you kind of get kicked out at halftime because my kids got to go to bed. But
at halftime?
Yeah.
I did leave before the game ended that year. That's true.
I think you might be able to hang. We probably let you hang a little bit. But like everyone, you don't have to leave, but everyone else leaves but you, honestly, otherwise. Because like, everyone else there has kids.
Yeah, I'm actually going.
They have to get their kids to bed.
So I'm doing something I've never done for the Super Bowl, but I'm going to bars. Like I'm going to go watch it in a bar. So I'll miss the commercials, but
you can watch them ahead of time.
Not according to the dude on Twitter. I wonder how it'll be. Obviously, I've watched other games in bars, but never the Super Bowl. I'm going to be very locked in So I'm curious how this will go. We'll see. Maybe I'll make it an every year thing. Maybe I'll do it once and never do it again.
David Deerfield chimes in. Just no, I didn't design the menu. Also, Jax Colin chimes in. Dave Portnoy thinks that pizza sucks, the margarita one. Well, then I think it's probably good because that guy sucks. So
Jim very pro Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy, not Jax Colin. I'm sure is a fine guy, but Dave Portnoy, no.
Well, Jax Colin sounds like a colon, not a guy.
I know that, but I would imagine that
Jax Colin sounds like a fine guy.
Well,
it's his colon.
Nickname. It's a nickname.
No,
I don't think
no. You're not reading the joke. He says he agrees with Portnoy because of his colon. His colon health is down because he ate the pizza, I think is what he's implying.
But we also ask people to give nicknames for themselves, so that's why he was now Jax Colin. He did not have a name in there before.
Oh, okay.
We've asked for
thank
nicknames.
you.
What's your nickname?
As his nickname. You know my nickname. Judgmental Jim.
Prime, is that your nickname?
People like me.
Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's my nickname?
Mr. Irrelevant.
Needy. Rutledge Hamilton presented by Coors Light. Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Old Duffer's Pub, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and Scotty Bar.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, that's right. Alex Strofe, Hunter Vaughn, and a featured special guest appear every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30. Streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Also subscribe to hear the Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. The Milwaukee Bucks looking to rebound after losing their 5th game in the last 6 as they fell 129-105 at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves last night. No Dame, no Chris Middleton for the Bucks, but still riding a 1-5 record since new head coach Doc Rivers took over. Bucks will be taking on the 10-40 Charlottes in the Pfizer Forum tonight at 7 p.m. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Bucks. Currently, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jay Crowder, Damian Lillard, and the team's new acquisition, Pat Beverly, all listed as game-time decisions for tonight's contest. Then Badger basketball also looking to get it together as they take on Rutgers on the road in Piscataway tomorrow. Badgers have lost 3 straight, including a loss to the lowly Michigan Wolverines on Wednesday night. What the heck? Badgers take on Rutgers at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And you can stay tuned for the second hour of Rutledge and Strofe starting right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got to chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge. There is not a lot of things more satisfying than
Chiefs win. Taylor Swift haters are going to be so upset. She's going to be featured all around the Super Bowl.
What was the big one that Stroke really messed up?
No idea. Irrelevant.
And you said, hey, I'm not a Chiefs fan anymore. I'm back with the Bears because Justin Fields has it figured out.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, here's Jim Rutledge.
Just two guys talking about another man's part.
Have you checked out this Drake
What?
video?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Jack's colon still.
Talking about Drake's colon now.
His colon was on the video?
I don't know. I don't know what's on the video. I just know parts of
it's
Drake.
It's a large unidentified object. Is that what it is?
It's large, but it's identified.
Confirmed?
Confirmed.
By who?
Alex.
I saw it.
Your eyes?
I got Rick rolled into it, yeah.
So you guys been seeking some pins in the break.
So this is Rutledge and no,
So
not
it was
now.
it was Rick Astley's birthday.
Hold on 1 second here. So this is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. We're now into After Dark. Here's Alex Strofe. I am Jim Rutledge, live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Set up what's going on, because the second I was able to use context clues to figure out what's going on, I've been avoiding it like the plague. So you can go ahead and set this up as much radio as possible.
Yeah. So Drake, the Canadian rapper, one of the largest in the world.
Also, Jax Colin is from the Fight Club movie.
Okay. Great. I don't care. And
you do care about someone's member, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, it is ginormous. He definitely had a surgery at some point.
Or reduction or like
No.
Brazilian surgery?
Brazilian.
Surgery?
Like enlargement, if you will. Is
this something you've looked into about your low
No,
down?
I just know nobody's born that way. I'm confident in my own abilities, if you will.
Okay.
And I just know nobody's born that way. I mean, it is a snake.
I believe Lady Gaga says you're born that
So
way.
anyway, Rick Astley's birthday was the other day. And
Okay,
this all
so
popped
set up.
off.
So you're being really weird about it. So there's apparently some sort of explicit video or picture of Drake.
Drake laying in bed. It's a video of a mirror in front of him,
You
and
don't
he's,
have to
and
get-
he's
you don't have
holding
to-
his member.
So that's it. Like it's a
floppy
it's
member.
It's a Dirk Diggler shot. Okay, so
I don't know what that means.
Oh my God, that's bad on you. So Dirk Diggler,
Ryan.
Drake, anyone, I guarantee everyone listening knows Drake. It knows Dirk Diggler. So basically, Drake pulled a Dirk Diggler, and Alex, you also have to set up what Rickrolling is, because I think that is old enough that people might not know what it is.
Okay, so Rick Astley, the singer of the famous song "Never Gonna Give You Up." If you accidentally stumble into that on the internet, it is called a Rickroll. But it was his birthday, and it was like, hey, it was a video of some sort like behind the scenes of Never Gonna Give You Up, or the creation of Never Gonna Give You Up. And about 3 seconds into the video, it switched to Drake. And I was like, oh my God!
So you got
I had a jump scare.
So in
I
that
threw my
case, I
phone.
would say you got Dirk Diggler.
I got Dirk Diggler, yeah.
Did you look it up? Who Dirk Diggler is?
Jax Colin just roasted me.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
The Fairy Tale Mail Club. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's your second place of
It means
employment.
I
You
wasn't
should know.
gonna- I
Alex
wasn't
is
read
so
that on
sad
here.
he has a small package because he works at the Fairy Tale Mail Club.
Hey now.
No.
Who are you?
Apparently, a big fan of your work at the Mail Club.
Clearly. Well, coming to the stage.
So, the Super Bowl is happening.
Football.
And I don't know how they figured this out. Apparently, according to the National Retail Federation, they are expecting over 200 million adults to watch the Super Bowl this year. And that would be up from 112 million last year.
Take that.
Or 115 million.
Take that for data.
So that is insane. Also, this Super Bowl is the most expensive Super Bowl ticket in history.
That adds up.
So this is going to be the biggest thing that's happened on TV ever, which is just insane, and I'm excited for it. That's why we're also saying you're a liar if you're saying you're not watching it.
It's going to be the biggest thing in TV ever.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's just simple. It'll be the biggest, most watched thing ever on television.
You want the Chiefs to win?
Do you know how much I can tell you how much it costs to buy a commercial on
$7 million
TV
for 30 seconds.
in Madison.
Oh, in Madison. So they are only in this market?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money still, I would imagine.
Yeah, you want to make a guess?
Sure. 6 figures?
No.
5?
Yeah.
$50,000.
30.
Wow. For 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So that is $1,000 a second.
Yep.
Use your time wisely.
844-770-3776.
Why do you know that?
People like me. I know things.
People like me.
My other job, it's helpful to know these things.
It's a fair point.
It's like you learn things on background if you're a reporter. And so you learn things on background
You're
on the
kind
other
of a
side
reporter.
I know some things. Know some things. Luckily, I don't know about Drake. That's we'll leave you as our Drake correspondent.
I'm going to send it to you later.
Do not.
Do not give us a virus, please.
Right. That we get a lot of phishing seminars here.
Yeah.
Do you really want to be the one that ends up on like the company? So Alex accidentally did this, and we all got rickrolled into
Drake. Are you going to give COD to everyone in our company?
I might.
That's definitely how you get the COD.
Yeah, exactly.
By watching Drake videos.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
You know what? Go work out at Carbon World Health, and you can feel better about yourself. Like, you can see the Drake video and be like, you know what? I got to do something to improve myself. I can at least get in better shape. And I go to Carbon World Health, and you can do that and sign up for the 6-week experience. You can get yourself in better shape. You can see if semaglutide is right for you. That's what I did, and it's the revolutionary, game-changing, FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Honestly, the more and more it's out, the more and more good things you hear about and the benefits of it. So go talk to Dr. Ness Rodriguez about semaglutide, see if it's right for you, or if there's someone you know that wants to try it, go see Dr. Ness Rodriguez. You can also ask about hormone optimization to see if that's right for you to help you reach your fitness goals. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. We're going to call pole dancing appropriately.
Hey!
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, featuring national curling champion and America's sweetheart, Matt Hamilton, on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business. With competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
Hey Madison, it's Dan Andrews from Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. By now you know that you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. But what is a better buying experience? It's a car buying experience that is custom to what you want and need. We can be your trusted expert, or we can be hands-off until you're ready to purchase. If you're in the market for a new or new to you Chevy truck or SUV, make the short drive to Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb and see the difference a better buying experience can make.
Need more comfort in your life? Craving a craft meal in a warm and welcoming atmosphere? Well, enjoy the comforts of the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. From classics like the chicken pot pie or the pub burger to countless handcrafted beers, the Great Dane Pub has everything you need. With 4 convenient Madison area locations, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison, there's a Great Dane to satisfy your comfort cravings near you. Visit GreatDanePub.com for more information. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
When it comes to mixing drugs, you may think you have a safe approach, but the bottom line is, mixing drugs is never safe. It can cause serious health problems like a heart attack or brain damage. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
What are you reading? Listen to this. It's an article written by an organ in the first person. I am Jack's medulla oblongata. Without me, Jack cannot regulate his heart rate, blood pressure, or breathing. There's a whole series of these. I am Jill's nipples. I am Jack's colon.
I get cancer. I kill Jack.
Have you seen Fight Club?
No, I haven't.
You can't talk about it. Stop.
I know that. But,
Do you know anything about it?
I know that. I know the one rule about Fight Club is you can't talk about Fight Club.
You don't know anything
Tom
else?
Cruise is in it, I think.
Not even close.
Other Hawkeye.
Same era?
No, I want you to continue to guess. He's Alex Stroff. I'm Jim Rutledge.
Tom Cruise.
Guess who else would be?
Who's Tom Cruise-ish? Jason Statham.
Not even worse.
What?
Cold.
Oh my God.
Ice cold. Throw another name out there. He's a movie star. So
big time? Leo DiCaprio? No, he's too young for that. Probably.
Closer, but no. Warm. You're warm with Leo.
Okay. I'm running out of people I know. Mark Wahlberg.
Cold.
Wow. I have no idea.
Leo was in a movie with the person who played the main character. Or, well, yeah, I don't want to give anything away.
Jonah Hill.
Yep. Jonah Hill, as a baby, was in Fight Club.
I have no idea.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Now you get it.
That's what I meant.
And then Ed Norton.
I meant Brad Pitt.
And then Ed Norton.
I meant
the other
Brad
star.
Pitt.
Meatloaf is in the
Stroke
movie as well.
definitely doesn't know who Brad Pitt is.
Yes, I do. He was just in Dave.
Or sorry, Edward Norton. You have no clue who that is.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
No.
This is brutal.
I'm not good at movies.
What about Meatloaf? Do you know who Meatloaf is?
I do know who Meatloaf is, but I know him more as a musician than an actor.
He was in this. I don't know how much other acting
I don't
he
think he did a ton of acting. I think this was more like a special appearance.
Like Jason Aldean was in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Jason Aldean?
Yeah.
The country music singer? Who went on the
Not
racist
Aldean.
rant?
No, he's a horrible person.
Yeah.
No, Jason Isbell. Sorry.
Jason Isbell.
Jason Aldean, whatever. Awful. But Jason Isbell was in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Great.
Do you know who Jason Isbell is?
No shot.
A remarkably more talented. And I didn't learn
Meatloaf's
this.
dead. Let him rest.
What's it?
Let him rest.
Wait, what?
Meatloaf's dead.
He's more talented than the other Jason.
Oh,
Like not
I thought
even
you were going to take a Meatloaf
No,
there. I
not
was like,
even
let
in
him
it,
rest,
not even
man.
in the same stratosphere. Like Jason Isbell is like a actual musician, and the other one's just a short guy who's
Okay, fair.
844-770-3776. How you get into the show? Let's go pole dancing.
We asked and you answered. What? Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Rutledge and Hamilton.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
All right, guys, it is time for pole dancing here after dark on a Friday. So, guys, first we'll go to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Yesterday, they asked the question, has Mark Murphy, the guy Strofe is apparently planning to take over as the Packers president. Packers president, excuse me. Does Mark Murphy left the Packers better off than when he took over in 2007?
What is going on with you?
Am
I'm having a conniption. Sorry.
Conniption fit was one of my dad's favorite things to say. He'd say your mother's having a conniption.
What does that mean?
It's what I just had.
I'll look it up.
Mini stroke or what?
Essentially, yes. So I'll start over, actually. Has Mark Murphy left the Packers better off than when he took over in 2007? 80% of fans said yes, 20% said no. Strope, as the guy who's planning to take over for him, I'll start with you. What do you think?
Undeniably, yes. As much of a goofball and a dork I think Mark Murphy is, business-wise, he improved it. He got the draft here. He built the infrastructure. He developed the Title X district. From a football standpoint, he went from Sherman to McCarthy, won a Super Bowl with McCarthy, and then when he fired him, hired Matt LaFleur, who's obviously turning out to be a hit. He transitioned from Favre to Rodgers to now Love. You got to give him credit where credit's due. It's been a success.
Jimmy, the Bears fan on the panel?
I would say that, yeah, the Packers will be, I don't mean this in a mean way, lucky to find someone to carry on, even if they do the exact same legacy as Mark Murphy. Forget about growing things. Like, if If they can have continued success under their new president that they had under Mark Murphy, it's going to be a huge win. So, yeah, Mark Murphy, woefully underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a doofus, but
Yes.
underrated.
Packers, great culture, great leadership. And speaking of which, Jen Gaben-Chewy also 4 days ago asked, do you want Brian Gutekunst taking input from new defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley when it comes to the draft and free agency? 84% of their fans said yes, they need collaboration. 16% said no, in Goody we trust. Jim, I'll start with you.
I mean, I get that Goody's a nice little heater, but the draft, I think, is still up in the air on Goody. He has, like most GMs, he has good drafts and bad drafts. And the way that I understand the draft to work for most teams is that the scouts are going to have very heavy influence, and then the coaches come in later, and then Goody collects all the information and makes the picks. So I would hope to God if he's doing his job, just as part of doing your job, you get the defensive coordinator's thoughts on things.
Yeah.
But in this case, I go back to this with Joe Barry. That I think the most true thing you could say about Joe Barry as a defensive coordinator, if you really wanted to tangibly pick on something, would be like, was he a great talent developer? That Goody gave him players that should be better than they currently are, and maybe Joe Barry didn't do that. But then Goody needs to know who his defensive coordinator is, and then draft players who are not toolsy players that need to be developed as football players. He should have developed more. He should have drafted more instinctual football players that had less tools, because then they would have worked better with Joe Barry. So this time around, he should figure out what Hafley's strengths are, and then make sure that you are picking to fit those strengths as a coach and scheme.
Yeah, look, I'm with Jim on all that. I think collaboration is important, but I do know that Goody is a draft wizard, right? Like, he's drafted really well over the course of the last couple of years, and really over the course of his tenure outside of maybe the third round up until last year. He is terrific at that, but also you're not doing your due diligence if you're not involving your coordinators and your head coach in the process, so yes, no doubt.
Collaboration is important, guys. Getting the right players is important. So Kyle Preston Norman yesterday, they asked, did the Bucs get better when they traded for Pat Beverly? Kyle Wallace said emphatically yes, and 84% of fans agreed, saying yes. 16% said no. Strofe?
Tough polls this week, but they're all 80-20 blowouts. You got anything good back there?
Look, this is
yes,
just what
they
I
got
have.
better. Yes, they got better. Of course they got better.
Well, how'd they get better?
Defensively. Pat Bev is good on defense.
Does it worry you that Damian Lillard can't guard anything right now?
No, because he can do everything on offense. My panic meter's at like a 3 out of 10 for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's very low. I'm not worried until after the All-Star break.
Jim, do you think they're still a contender? Or not a contender? Do you think they're championship favorites in the East?
No.
Probably not number one.
Favorites in the East, no. I would put them as third. But
third? Behind in the East? Behind?
Oh, no, Philly's hurt. So, no, I will put...
Yeah, Joel's out for a couple
I'll
weeks.
put Boston number one.
Okay.
And then Bucks 2. And then the Bucks and Philly, like a healthy Embiid, if they got back in the swing of things, I wouldn't love it. I wouldn't love having to face them before the Eastern Conference Finals.
Embiid always loses in the second round. Come on.
Well, what did the Bucks do last year?
Sure. Lost the first round.
What did they do the year before?
Let's get to the first round. Let's get through the first round, and we'll do it. But, Pat Bev is not the defender he used to be, but Cam Payne was not even, a remotely close to competent defender. And he was not the score, and they didn't need the scoring. So Pat Bev has that dog in him. I said this yesterday. He's, I think, a better player, but also brings the mentality. It's a PJ Tucker-like addition for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Big move.
He will play good team defense. He will play hard on defense. He's just 34 now, and he literally turned around the Bulls last year on a much lower scale. But it's just worth noting on the idea that the Bulls were a fledgling team that were out of the playoffs, had no direction. He kind of came in and literally gave them direction as their point guard, lifted up the entire mentality of that team. It got them, they got in the playing game, they got smoked, whatever, but they still went from a team out of the playoffs to in the playoffs. I think Pat Bev can take the Bucks from a team that is middling right now to being the clear-cut second-best team in the East. And then, I'm not saying they can't beat the Celtics, but I think right now you got to give the crown to Boston.
Fair.
Yep.
And speaking of sports and speaking of legacies, Kyle Preston Norman actually, this was last Friday, but I want to bring it up because I know, Strofe, you're such a movie guy. Which role do you associate most with the actor Carl Weathers? Do you associate Apollo Creed from Rocky or Chubbs from Happy Gilmore? Strofe, seems like you already have your answer.
It's Apollo Creed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a huge Rocky guy. So, yeah, I've watched the Rocky movies a million times.
One of the 5 movies you've seen?
Well, there's 5 Rocky movies, so yeah.
You've seen all 5 of them?
I've seen every one, yeah. I've seen every one. Even the one that came out in like 2010, I think it was just called like
Rocky 5.
No.
It was Rocky Balboa.
The one with
Rocky
Tommy
Balboa,
Gunn?
that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was
So
tough.
it wasn't very good. But Rocky 4 is the best of all time, in my opinion. When Rocky avenges Apollo Creed's death against Ivan Drago.
Jim, what about you?
Why did you give me that look?
Because you're talking about death and we're talking about poles and...
Apollo Creed dies and, well, unfortunately, he's actually dead.
That's why I would kind of give you that look. All right, Jim.
Do you think Sylvester Stallone's going to avenge his death now? Who's he going after?
Age, time.
Is Billy Madison also going to avenge his death?
Happy Gilmore, you idiot.
You're right, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Anyways, I would say that it's Apollo Creed because there's a movie named Creed, and then there's a total of 3 of them now. All of them awesome. So not only is Apollo Creed a character within a legendary series, he's omnipresent in another legendary series. And so I love, obviously, him in Happy Gilmore. He was also in Predator. He was also in The Mandalorian. He's in a lot of things. But
he was in a lot of things.
He's a good actor, but definitely he is Apollo Creed. And you know what? I'm going to pour one out for Carl over at Roost Chris Steakhouse. Next time I go over there, I'll do a little dip there for him. And maybe I'll get an old-fashioned with our good friends Dancing Goat Stiller. Maybe I'll get a Coors Light, but I know I'm going to get myself a steak sandwich and some French fries, part of their Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl happy hour. You can go out there and just hang by yourself. It's always a good crew there. So if you just went in, talk to Kevin, the bartender, he's going to remember your drink, and you can just talk to all the regulars around the Horseshoe Bar at Roost Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Valentine's Day is coming up. You can take your special someone there, Strofe. And then you could also just take yourself there if you're alone on Valentine's Day, Strofe. Whatever it is, make yourself feel good about yourself. Go to Roost Chris Steakhouse in Middleton.
That's unnecessary.
We got betting with Bruss coming up next.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Nothing goes better with a burger than the Badger Club Amber Lager from locally owned Lake Louis Brewing in Verona. Badger Club and I are on the search for the best burger in the Madison area, and we need your help. Beginning this Monday, vote in the best burger bracket on ESPN Madison's Twitter as we get down to the final one the week before the big tournament. Enjoy a Lake Louis Badger Club, a burger, and help us find the best in Madison. More details are coming on Monday's Mr. Irrelevant, live at 12:30 on ESPN Madison's YouTube and available wherever you get your podcast. It's the Lake Louis Badger Club Burger Bracket, coming Monday.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
At Starion Bank, they pride themselves on being a super community bank. Small enough to show they care about you and the communities they serve, while being large enough to make big things happen. With 3 Madison area branches in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona, Starion Bank is here investing in your community while offering valuable personal and business banking services. Start your experience with Starion Bank today by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's eatnorthandsouth.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, We can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
You'll notice that some jewelry stores in the area are giving big, deep down discounts, as much as 60%. But you know what they're doing, don't you? They're just marking it up to mark it down. That's why for over 30 years, Chalmers Jewelers has offered you truth in pricing. You will always find great value on unique custom jewelry at Chalmers Jewelers, either in-store or chalmersjewelers.com.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
They say love is a universal language. Well, that's definitely true if you're talking about bacon. I mean, who doesn't love bacon? Forget the chocolates. Give the gift of bacon. It's everyone's love language. And you're going to love it that our bacon's on sale right now. With quick hot savings, we're taking bacon down to $2.49 a 12-ounce pack. Limit 2. Savings on bacon? Whoa, that's 2 love languages at once. And we're multilingual like that. Quick Trip. We're saving your bacon.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
I'm Shanola Hampton. I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by Dancing Goat Distillery of Cambridge.
To midcourt. Rust has it. Lets it go.
Yeah, Ben won. He got 9.
Let's go. Ben got 9. We are 7-point favorites at home against Illinois. 7. Go, Big Money!
Russ, he's busy. He's gambling currently, so.
Oh, I like that.
Or maybe he is. He said he was going to at the end of Crosstalk. He said he was going to get after it, so we'll see if he's still doing that. Ben Brust, first of all, congratulations.
Yeah. Great effort.
Thank you.
Great effort.
You know, I appreciate it. The first thing Jim said to me when he saw me was that I looked horrible.
No, I said you look very tired.
Which is to be expected, but you didn't have to say it.
Are you tired?
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I bet.
It was just a look that other parents know. Where, like, the
Wait,
idea
when did
of
you
like,
see him?
I saw him Tuesday.
Okay.
In Milwaukee, and I just saw him, and he had like literally like, the eyes like glazed over. Like you're so tired. Otherwise, you look fine. It's just tired eyes, which that means he's a good dad. That means he's grinding, he's putting the work.
Well,
Are
you grinding?
I am, and that's the thing is, like, you don't have a choice. Like, Jim, could you at least, even if people think, like, oh, Ben is not a grind, like, you don't have a choice. It's a human being.
Yep.
Fair point.
And who you love more than anything else in the world now. So, like, that's it. Like, nothing else matters as much as this human being.
Well, guess what? I'm going to get all the girl dad advice from Jim Rutledge.
There you go. I will give any of it. As I wear my anti-hero bracelet today.
Your anti-hero bracelet.
Because it makes my youngest likes to know that I'm wearing it, so she wears it, and we have that connection all day.
Oh, that's adorable.
All righty, so, Ryan, take it away.
It's not a look-ahead spot for this team. It's a bounce-back spot for this team.
Look at me. Your money. You know what else? You're a big winner tonight.
I saw some absolute snacks in the NFL.
You better lock it up.
I'm pounding the over on that.
No, you lock it up. You lock it up.
This is how I win.
What's your lock of the week?
Yes, and our lock of the week is that, well, we actually didn't have any locks of the week last week, guys. As I was not on the show. Jim was the only one on the show. Matt wasn't there. Ben was still recovering from his new child.
I wasn't recovering from anything.
He was recovering. He was trying to get some sleep.
Man, you're fumbling all over the place.
Well, it won't be betting with Bruce if I wasn't fumbling all over the place, guys. So we'll just get right into it. Jim, what's your lock of the week? Why don't you start us off?
I'm going to go with the under here for the Super Bowl, which I see right now is 47.5. I think
also like that.
Go under that. One, there's obviously nerves involved, but 49ers, I know the defense isn't as dominant as it has been, but the Chiefs' defense is good. I think they'll keep Purdy in check, but I also don't think the Chiefs are as overloaded with weapons as they have been in the past, and it will be the Kelsey Mahomes show as far as scoring points with Pacheco mixed in, but I just don't think it's going to be a lot of points.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with under 47.5.
All right, Strofe, your turn.
Yeah, it's every year. It's every single year I do it. It didn't work last year, but it worked the 5 years prior to that. Give me heads on the coin toss in the Super Bowl every single year. Now, down in the all-time series, might I add. 27-30 all-time. So we got some catching up to do. Another great run is about to begin for heads in the Super Bowl. Give me heads on the coin toss.
Wow. Strofe with his sharp bet of the week. Ben, what's your What's your sharpest pick of the week?
I'm going with the Niners -2. I'm fading this Chiefs team that I think has been average all year. Look, the Packers beat them, but that's not even the point. The point is I just don't believe that this Chiefs team is as good as like a Super Bowl caliber Chiefs team. The defense is better, but Kelsey's getting old. They have Rashid Rice. I think overall the Niners are a better team. Give me the Niners -2.
All right. And like you, Strofe, Matt Hamilton, also with a sharp pick this week. Matt's taking heads for the coin toss,
He stole that from me, though. He stole that from me. I told him earlier this week that's what I do every year.
What?
He stole that from me.
I don't believe you.
I swear to God. I gave him the background.
I know Strofe does that every year.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I say it every year. Every year I do heads. And it lost last year, which sucked.
All right, well, you know what? Matt did send me another lock of the week, so we'll pivot to that one. He has Travis Kelce over 60 receiving yards for Travis Kelce.
I saw 70 today, but that's fine. Give it to him.
It fluctuates around. Figure if the Chiefs win, he's got to get over 60 receiving yards.
Yeah, my lock of the week, over 1.5 receptions. Travis Kelce just making up.
Yeah, don't just make stuff up. I agree.
What are you talking about?
I saw the line for 70.5 today.
Well, look, I trust Matt Hamilton. He's a man of integrity.
You trust the guy that doesn't show up to his show 80% of the time?
I thought it was 70%
You trust the guy
of the time.
that you have to make 3 sheets of notes for every single day just so he knows that a basketball game was played last night?
He gives me something to do. He makes sure I'm working.
My God.
You know, I mean, I appreciate what he does for me.
I would ask Matt to prove his work. Show his work.
Prove his work?
Yeah, show your work on that. Also, what did we decide we're calling your notes for, Matt?
It's the Daily Primer.
Daily Primer, I like that.
Yes, it'll be a Daily Primer. And
I'm sorry, I lost my cool there.
If you're new to the show and if Ben's listening right now, so we have these. Ryan does a really good job. Prime does a really good job of creating all these notes and everything. And I don't really look at them because I don't normally need them. And so we just reveal that these are literally just like a newspaper for Matt Hamilton, so he has some sort of basis of what happened in sports the night before. So now we've asked Ryan, since he is printing his own publication, to call it the Daily Primer, which I think I think we like the name. Ben, what do you think of it?
I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
The more nicknames, the better.
We are a nickname show, guys. And speaking of nicknames, it is time for Prime Time's Prop of the Week, guys.
Oh, boy.
So now this is the really important one. More than the heads, tails, coin toss, guys.
Disagree.
The biggest deal before the game is America. How long will the national anthem go, guys? Reba McEntire singing it this year.
Reba.
Will it be over or under 86.5 seconds? Jim, I'll start with you.
Hold on, real quick. Reba? She had that show back in the day. I'm a survivor. That was like the worst, mom TV show ever. Anyway, go ahead, Jimmy.
Thanks.
Literally never seen a second of it. But
I've probably seen it all 3 times.
Your mom a big fan of it, I'm guessing?
Big fan, yeah. That and Gilmore Girls.
I don't feel like those even connect. But anyway,
they were on the same channel.
Okay. I will go. I feel like Reba is going to be a traditionalist. She's going to keep, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight, good national anthem. So I'm going to go under.
All right. Strofe?
What is it?
86.5 seconds. Now, I will say, Reba McEntire
That's
notoriously...
a minute 26.5?
Minute 26.
Oh, give me the over every day of the week.
Over. Oh. So 2 overs
Reba's
to start?
going to drag it out. She hasn't been in public in a while. She's gonna soak up that limelight, dude.
I
Give
feel
me the
like
over.
she's more famous than you.
Yeah, for real.
I haven't seen her in public in a while.
Oh, really? Okay.
I keep up with my Reba stats, dude. Get up to speed.
All right. Well, Ben, how much have you been keeping up with Reba McEntire? Is it over or under 86.5 seconds?
I haven't keeping up with her at all, which makes me want to say under just because I trust Jim because he's spent more time with Reba in his life than me.
Wait, you've met Reba?
Oh yeah, big fan.
No, he's just been around more.
Yeah. My wife is she's a big Reba McEntire fan. I don't think we have anything playing, but she put out an album called Not That Fancy in 2023, and she is 68.
She just tweeted recipes for a Not That Fancy football party.
Oh, all right.
Her most recent tweet, she's been cooking.
I bet she's more relevant than you are.
She's going to be cooking on Sunday. Dude, that's not a high bar. You're acting like that's going to hurt my feelings. It's Reba McEntire. She's on a TV show.
That's not how she's famous, though.
Well, she's a musician, of course.
She sold 75 million copies.
It's about how many downloads my podcast gets every week.
What's that?
I said that's about how many downloads my podcast gets every week.
No idea.
Sure.
Irrelevant. And speaking of which, Matt Hamilton also taking the over 86.5 on Reba McEntire, just copying you all the way.
Yeah, that adds up. That adds up.
Is that how he left it? So just do whatever Strofe does?
Yeah, he might have. No, he did actually text me that. I promise. Promise this time. Checked his work.
So, Mr. Reba McEntire fan, what is her most famous song?
Oh, it's got to be that one, Survivor, probably.
I'm literally looking it up.
I would guess it's Survivor. It's the theme song to her television show.
I don't think that's her most famous song.
I think it is. Brust, I can just hear casino noises in the background. It just makes me really happy. He's like,
Yeah.
You're just happy to be out of the house right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I literally just got a phone call, and I was like, oh, God, I know what that one is.
Yep.
Get your ass home!
I know what that phone call is. Where are you?
All right. I mean, we just had a remote at Pato.
No, I'm saying that's what that phone call is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know where I'm at.
All right, so I don't know. I looked it up here. Number one on Does He Love You is the song. I don't know.
Never heard it.
Turn on the radio.
Don't know that one.
No idea.
I don't know any of these.
Neither do I. I know she's famous. I don't know any of these songs.
Brust, what are you doing for the Superb Owl on Sunday?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you.
Well, you said Superb Owl.
Just say Super Bowl. You can say it when you ask when someone's doing something.
I'm not promoting it. That was the most confusing ask I've ever been asked in my life.
I mean, I literally asked what you're doing for the Super Bowl.
No, you did not, though.
The man is tired. You can't just be throwing random things at him.
That makes it more fun. What are you doing on Sunday?
I am watching the game with my daughter and my girlfriend. That's all I can do.
Thank you.
Okay, you sound like that's torture. You made that sound like a total negative.
No, but like I can't wait for you to have a child. Like I can't. Like, I know you can. And
Yeah,
that's why
like
I
watching
can't
the
wait.
game for spend this time will be.
Think about how many people pooped on you for bringing a life into this world. What do you think people would say about my dumbass?
Oh, probably not as bad as me though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. You don't get picked on that much, other than the fact that you have a show that's digitally on YouTube.
No idea.
That was funny. And also, Rutledge has been hammering me for the last 48 hours. We had a team building exercise, Brust, you missed out. Or we had to go around the room, and we had to say, so somebody would be on the hot seat, and then everybody that's on our team full-time had to list a positive about this person. And then after everybody said they're positive, we went around the room, and everybody said a negative about that person. You would thrive in that environment.
I would love that too much, but I at least need an insight on the answers that were given.
Well, it might be coming your way, so.
Yeah, it might be. Rutledge Rutledge's is the one that got under my skin the most, and I don't even know how I phrased it. What did you say about me negatively?
So, honestly, it's one of those things where your positives are negatives. Said Alex brings a lot of positive energy, good vibes to the office, and that was the general feedback on him. The general negatives on him were that he was disorganized or, distracting. And I just said he can be needy at times. Which means I just meant it in the idea of like sometimes Alex is doing things just for the need of attention. And that could be needy.
You know what makes me happy is the guy on the phone can relate to that, I think.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's sometimes that I can really pick on people. When someone calls somebody else needy, that's not where I chime in.
There you go.
All right.
But you are needy. Everyone agrees.
I don't think so.
I might be needier than Strofe, so that's why I'm not going to get after him for that one.
Right, and it's fine. Again, it wasn't like it's not the end of the world. You were just not letting it go, though. It's fine.
I just wanted Brust to be in the loop. That's all.
All right. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. Hey, Brust, I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope you get some sleep and you enjoy the Superb Owl, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. I know what you're talking about right now.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
Love you, buddy. See ya.
See ya.
Look, if you are looking for a last-minute Valentine's Day gift, it's coming up on, what day is that? Wednesday next week. I got it taken care of, so don't worry, folks. Go to Chalmers Jewelers. I got people. Go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison or in Middleton. You can get custom jewelry. Probably a little late to get custom jewelry for Valentine's Day, but you walk in the store, there's a countless selection of diamonds and emeralds and other gems there. So just go find something that your significant other would love, and they're going to love it because it's from Chalmers Jewelers. Because here's the other part of it. Like, they get the Chalmers Jewelers logo, and they get it wrapped up. Like, they automatically feel fancy, like Reba. Go to Chalmers Jewelers. It's one of her songs.
I'm a survivor.
I don't know what that song is. Go to Chalmers Jewelers, Madison's custom jeweler in Madison and in Middleton. We are going to wrap the show up next.
A single mom that works too hard, who loves her kids and will never...
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Need more of Judgmental Jim? Subscribe to the Rutledge and Hamilton podcast, presented by Revive Restoration, wherever you get your podcasts.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Old Duffer's Pub, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and Scotty Bar.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Listen up, fellas. Don't be that guy that fumbles Valentine's Day. Books is your go-to for farm fresh flowers at the best prices. And even better than that is just how easy they make it for you to make someone's day. Books is short for bouquets, and they got you covered for V-Day with 25% off your entire purchase at the Books Company. Books is my go-to flower source, and here's why. Their flowers are fresh cut and sourced directly from the best flower farms, even farms on the side of a volcano, so they stay fresh way longer. This ain't a pitch, it's a PSA. Sent my mom and my mother-in-law the buttercream bouquet with 48 stems, and they loved it. It was less than $100, and the reaction was priceless. Take it from me, even when they say it's the thought that counts, the gift absolutely matters. The big day is V-Day on February 14th, so get to Books for the win, and I got you covered. Go to Books.com and use promo code Canty for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty. Books, promo code Canty.
Is your computer so slow you can hardly use it? Does it have blue screens, malware, viruses, reboots, hardware crashes? Sound familiar? Computers will have problems, and when they do, you need the computer experts at Madison Computer Works. Every day we help home users and businesses keep their computers and networks running smoothly. For solutions to your computer problems, call the pros at 231-8000, and we'll turn this into this. Madison Computer Works. Computers that work for you.
This is Greeny.
I think that one of the things that needs to be pointed out in this, Hembo, you bring a lot of this on yourself.
Oh, I bring a lot of bad, out of people.
You make it very difficult to like you.
No, I'm not suggesting that he's the issue here, dude. My observation of our relationship was a bad one.
I'm too old for you to call me dude.
I'm trying to be, cool now.
I understand. Yes, go around calling 56-year-old men dude. That'll definitely make you seem like the Fonz.
That's cool.
Greeny, weekdays noon to 2 on 100.5 ESPN.
Spring will be here before you know it, and so will Mark Osiki's 6th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament, Saturday, May 18th on the Madison Chain of Lakes. Created to help children who are fighting cancer at American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center. There's a limit of 80 boats for a fun day on the water before 2:30 happy hour at Alliant Energy Center, a silent auction, dinner, and a live auction at 4 o'clock. Help us help the kids. Casting for Kids, Saturday, May 18th. Sign up or donate at castingforkids.org.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze, and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending choral maze. The crystal haze, and hear them bouncing round the room. The never-ending choral
Fish Friday, wrapping up a Friday here on ESPN Madison and Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The Mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, Coors Light.
Absolutely, and the Chiefs are going to win, but I don't think they're going to crush the 49ers. But I'll ask you this, and I think, Prime, you and I were having a discussion, Strofe was not into it, but we all can agree that for better or for worse, unless Brock Purdy just craps the bed, he wins, he's going to be talked about in a different echelon. He's just going to be elevated.
Absolutely. Everybody on that sideline will be, right? I mean, you look at Mahomes, you look at Kelsey, you look at Reed, etc. Those guys are on a completely different level. 3 is greater than 2 for those of you math whizzes out there.
But also to this, like Mahomes and Reed will be looked at differently. Reed would go to I think 3-1 in the Super Bowl, and same with
3-2,
3-2, and then Mahomes would go to 3-1 in the Super Bowl.
Yep, correct.
If they lose 2-2, and then
2-3.
Yes, so it is not career defining for them, but it does. Like the Chiefs have an opportunity to be lifted into GOAT status, dynasty sort of things.
There's only 4 NFL head coaches that have won 3 Super Bowls or more.
Oh,
Andy Reid can become the 5th.
If Andy Reid wins this, now he's starting to be in the conversation of closer to Belichick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Than I think people realize.
He's only halfway there, and he likely won't get there.
I'm not talking rings, though, but like overall.
Overall tenure and consistency and being a really good head football coach in the NFL for 20-plus years. I mean, that's incredibly hard to do. Although he did it with 2 different franchises, he is on another level of head coaches all time. Think about his experience, right? Like, to work his way up from an assistant in Green Bay, obviously eventually becoming the head coach in Philly, getting them to a Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb, getting fired after a bad year, and then immediately getting that job in Kansas City, which he's hung on to now for over 10 years. I mean, it's pretty incredible what he's been able to do for himself.
He's 4th all-time in wins.
I believe that. Yeah. I mean, think about the tenure again, right? Like longevity.
130 wins and 93 losses with the Eagles, 128 wins and 51 losses with the Chiefs.
So you're telling me that this could be win 269?
69. I like that number.
I guess so. 259.
Oh, shoot.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, I just told you his career wins was 258. Why are you trying to do math? That's why I paused, because I was like, what?
I was just trying to make a 69 joke.
I think you just had a conniption like I did.
Fit of anger. I don't know if it's quite a conniption, but.
No, it was just bad math. It wasn't a conniption.
You were going to say something about Strofe math?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Look, I've always said I'm an idiot, right? So there you go. Look, I think 24-20 Chiefs. I'm surprised by Ben's confidence in the Niners. Now, look, if we did the exercise, Jimmy, the best players in this game mostly belong to the Niners, right? Mahomes is the best player in the game. He's number 1.
Yep.
But then you work down the list a little bit. You got to think about Trent Williams, the left tackle, Christian McCaffrey, the offensive player of the year this year.
Yep.
Think about both those linebackers, Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner. I haven't even mentioned George Kittle yet. And obviously Travis Kelce would be in there.
Right, but like here's some of so Kelce and Kittle are close.
I would still put Kelce over him.
What's that?
I would still put Kelce over him.
But in the running backs, obviously McCaffrey, but it's not like Pacheco's like a bum.
No.
So because we did this the other day with the Packers.
An angry runner. He is an angry runner.
Oh, yes.
He's an angry man.
But also the Chiefs have Jones.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
He would be in that conversation too.
Yes.
And their DBs are much better than people realize.
McDuffie.
McDuffie, Justin Reed.
McDuffie. So I guess if we were to do like the top 12, I would say probably for the Chiefs, it's Mahomes, Kelce, McDuffie. Who am I forgetting? Maybe Pacheco.
Pacheco's not in there, no.
But then if you go to the
Niners
Niners
side, Joe Thurney, but he's not playing.
He's not playing.
Creed Humphrey.
Chris Jones.
Creed Humphrey is an all-pro.
Creed Humphrey, you could maybe make the case for him. But then on the Niners side, you have McCaffrey and Kittle and Debo and Ayuk.
But it's like at that point, it's 5 and 7.
And Bosa and Greenlaw and
who's
Warner.
The best player in the game?
The best player in the game belongs to the Chiefs. That's my point, right? And he's the guy you can't pick against. So despite...
And he's a multiplier.
Even if you subscribe to the theory, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. And we did that exercise, and we determined that the 49ers probably have double as many Joes or Jimmies as...
I don't think did we?
As the Chiefs. I would say if we ranked the top 12, it would be 8 Niners and 4 Chiefs.
But I think Patrick Mahomes is worth maybe 2 or 3 players.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make, because I'm not picking against him.
And also in this case, when you're talking about the Super Bowl and you're talking about Kyle Shanahan's a hell of a coach, too, that... You are talking about 2 coaches that you're right.
They might be the 2 best coaches left, right? Because obviously Belichick's out, Carroll's out. Tomlin, you could maybe make a case for being consistently good and coaching winning teams. But In terms of like, hey, get to this level consistently, I don't think there's two better in the league right now than Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, and
John Harbaugh, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Like, honestly, the best two teams playing would have been the Ravens versus the 49ers. And the reason the Chiefs are here, and we could keep on hitting on it, is that Mahomes, he's their Michael Jordan. He is elevating in a way that we don't really see as far as winning playoff games at a level and to the Super Bowl. Again, Rodgers is the comp, but Rodgers didn't do this in the playoffs. And when we talk about wins and losses, we were talking about this the other day, I don't care about regular season wins and losses applying it to the quarterback. The playoffs wins and losses and getting to and winning Super Bowls, that to me is far more on the quarterback. I'm okay with quarterback stats, and you don't have to have 6. Like if Dan Marino had 1, he's probably in the conversation as one of the GOATs because he was like this, where he was the difference maker. Montana, Brady, they're not game managers, but they were not these like magic keys, these skeleton keys that just unlocked these plays that were unavailable to others. No, Mahomes and Rodgers, and Mahomes is doing it way better than Rodgers has ever done in the playoffs. And
totally,
John Elway are kind of the GOATs on that.
Yeah, no, I think if Mahomes wins on Sunday, he has officially graduated to the conversation with Tom Brady and Joe Montana. And I think there is nobody else in the conversation besides those 3 quarterbacks, which is pretty unreal for only being a starter for 6 seasons. Mahomes is 28 years old. He's going to do this for another decade if he stays healthy.
And if Andy Reid wins, he is in the conversation as one of the greatest modern coaches of all time. And like, I love George Halas, but he wrapped it up in 1967. He's second all time in wins, 328 for Shula, 318 for Halas. But you're talking about contemporaries. You'd go Shula, who coached into the 90s, 1995, Belichick, and Reid.
Yep, I would agree, especially if he gets it done on Sunday. If he gets it done on Sunday, we are singing quite the tune on Monday.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
there is history to be written if the Chiefs.
That's why I'm so intrigued, and we all agree. Ryan, you got the Chiefs winning, or are you picking the Niners?
I have Taylor Swift winning, guys. She's the real winner.
I'm glad I won't see you until Monday.
I'm so mad about that, Prime. How dare you talk about anything but football all the time?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back at it on Monday. I think Matt will be here. This is Rutledge Hamilton.
Actually, I don't think you will.
No?
I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
Rutledge Hamilton.
Why did he turn off his mic?
I don't know.
I didn't turn it off.
If you have a 401k, you're not getting the most for retirement.
Wait, what?
Add a Robinhood IRA on top, then they'll